Hello and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from Raiders Stadium in Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the West Forsyth Wolverines against the Alpharetta Raiders in the heart of Raider country, Raider Nation. They got all kinds of nicknames for them up here, RJ.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we're knee-deep in it right now.
West Forsyth comes into tonight's game with an overall record of 3-0. Going to be a tough task for the home Alpharetta team coming in at 1-2. We'll be right back after this with your pregame show. Welcome back to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, coming to you live from Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Again, tonight's matchup features the 3-0 Wolverines of West Forsyth versus the 1-2 Raiders of Alpharetta. RJ, I think we're in for a great game tonight here in the heart of Raider Nation.
Yeah, I know one thing I can't wait for it. Alpharetta beat out West Forsyth last season for the title in the old 6A Region 6. Watch the quarterbacks in this one. Alpharetta's Josh Dobbs has committed to Arizona State and has thrown for more than 800 yards in 3 games. West Forsyth's A.J. Erdley committed to Middle Tennessee. He is 39 of 56 passing for 509 yards and 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. He has also rushed for 201 yards on the ground to go along with 3 rushing touchdowns. So the signal callers are who you need to watch tonight in this ball game.
Battle of the quarterbacks indeed, both sitting with number 11. So it's going to be easy for you at home to know who's playing quarterback tonight. Both committed to major universities there, Arizona State and Middle Tennessee State. Good to see our athletes from the state of Georgia going off to other places to play ball and show them how it's done in the state of Georgia.
Oh, without a doubt, and that secret's getting out now. I think everyone knows the cream of the crop when it comes to athletes reside in Georgia. So you're seeing a lot of schools outside of Georgia, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Middle Tennessee, schools like that coming into the state and trying to steal some of this talent from the local teams.
Getting ready for kickoff here at Raiders Stadium. Last week, West Forsyth beat a Stars Mill team in a pretty blowout victory. Also, you had Alpharetta coming off a tough loss to Lovejoy. They lost 43-27 in that game. Josh Dobbs had a couple of rough spots. Look for him to come out and have a better game tonight.
Yeah, and that's a tough one, but Lovejoy is a very good ball club. Lovejoy has the right personnel and coaches, and they have the right players on the field, and that's a nice program. So you shouldn't feel too bad losing to Lovejoy. Of course, you want to win every game, though.
Getting ready for the kickoff, guys. Kicking off tonight for your Alpharetta Raiders will be number 98, Thomas Waller. I'm ready for some football action. I don't know about you folks. We're ready to get started here. Referee blows the whistle, and we're going to get going. Here's your kickoff. Kicking over to the West Forsyth Wolverines. And that ball is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Bring you up the starting lineups to start this game for West Forsyth on offense. A couple of key points that we mentioned in the opener. A.J. Erdley going to be the big guy on offense. Number 11, your quarterback, Middle Tennessee State commit. Going to see what he can do from the signal caller position. Anybody else we should look out for, RJ?
On offense, definitely the tight end, Ty Anderson. He's been talking to Jacksonville State and North Carolina State. He loves his big target at tight end.
Got a tight set here coming out on offense. Number 11, Erdley at quarterback. Takes the snap, hands to the up back, going to go to the right side. Not going to get very far. Maybe a gain of 1 yard there. That's number 10, Jake Jake Wieserek. Wieczorek, I'm sorry.
Michael Downing on the tackle. Alpharetta at that time actually brought 5 defenders, so they actually brought an extra linebacker to get in the backfield, and Alpharetta on defense starting to bounce a little bit early in this contest already.
That was number 10, Jake Wieczorek on the carry. He's going to be the main back tonight. Quarterback fakes the handoff this time, keeps it up the middle. Going to get a gain of about 8 yards to set up a 3rd and 1. That was Eardley on the keeper.
And here's one thing about Eardley. He's a big boy. The senior, they have him listed at 6'4", 205. So when he runs the football, he definitely goes up the gut, and he's a load to bring down.
Setting up a 3rd and 1 here for West Forsyth. Man in motion. He's going to go back and set up in the original spot. They're going to do a check with me with the coach on the sideline.
Yeah, Alpharetta kind of showed their hand a little bit early. Now West Forsyth wants to change out of the play they originally called.
And the shotgun takes the snap, fakes the handoff, goes up the middle again. He's got a lot of open space, folks. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. No one's going to get to him, folks. At the 10, the 5. Touchdown, West Forsyth. Wolverines are on the board early.
What a check at the line of scrimmage by the quarterback early. He saw the blitz coming from the left side. He said, hold on, check with me. Let's check with the sideline, see what we want to change it to. It was an option read again, straight up the gut, away from the blitz. Linebackers were coming, so there was no linebackers at the second level. He walked into the end zone.
Now, it's been years since you or I have strapped up a helmet and played football.
Yes, it has.
But you or I could have scored on that play.
Oh, without a doubt. It was just a great check at the line of scrimmage. Once again, the Raiders just showed their hand a little bit too early. And with these quarterbacks on both sides of the football, you cannot do that. They can beat you.
Great read there by Eardley. Offensive line set up in the water bucket on the extra point. Probably see that a lot tonight. Sets up, snaps back, kick is up. Referee signal good, and this game's 7-0, folks, early on. 10:38 to go in the first quarter, and we'll be right back here on PlayOnSports.com with your next kickoff.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium. Early lead for West Forsyth here. 7-0 over the Alpharetta Raiders. Great read there by Eardley to take it up the middle. Huge touchdown, 7-0 already. 10:38 to go in the first quarter.
It was around a 70-yard quarterback run from Mr. Eardley, straight up the gut. Once again, nice check at the line of scrimmage. You were called into something that wasn't going to work. You checked into something that would work, and it worked greatly. It worked into 6 points. Look up at the scoreboard, 7-0 West Forsyth.
Kicking off for West Forsyth, it's going to be number 13, Timmy Hartshorn. Back to receive for Alpharetta will be number 1, Andre Harton, and number 16, C.J. Washington.
Now, Alpharetta's going to have to stop this early. If they want to stay in this ball game, they're going to have to score right now. There is a reason why West Forsyth is undefeated.
There's the kick. Solid kick over to Andre Harton on the right side. He takes the ball. He'll be at the 15. He'll be at the 20. Breaks the tackle at the 25, and that's where the ball will be spotted. 25-yard line. Got a little chippy action going on there in the huddle. Let's bring you offensive starters here for Alpharetta. Couple of key notes. We mentioned Josh Dobbs as the quarterback for Alpharetta. Going to Arizona State next year, senior quarterback. Give me someone else to look out for on the offense.
Blake Rollinson, the wide receiver, the senior, number 18, committed to Troy. That's one you got to watch out. He's wide of your screen right now.
Look for big number 81, Carlos Burse as well. Committed to Vanderbilt, and he'll be set up far on the left side right here on this first play. Josh Dobbs set up at quarterback in the shotgun. He's got Julian Macon, number 25, behind him. Takes the snap. He will hand to Macon. Macon will go up the middle, and he'll be in a pile of West Forsyth defenders. He's going to get a gain of about 5 yards before he's brought down.
Yeah, gain of about 5, and he had contact around once he gained 2 or 3 yards, so he was able to move the pile there. Nice power run from the running back.
Looked like big number 78, George Adison, came out of the game right now. We'll wait to see if he's okay. Ran off to the sideline. Looks like he's getting some equipment fixed. That's a big loss if he's not back in a couple plays.
Without a doubt, they need him back on the football field.
Josh Dobbs lined up at shotgun. He'll take a 3-step drop. Looks over the middle, has number 86 to catch the ball. He'll be down after about a 2-yard gain. That was Daniel Clements there, the junior.
Yeah, and West Forsyth running a 3-4 defense. The first play of the game, they were in a man coverage. That time they broke off into a zone, was able to let the receiver catch the ball in front of him and rally to the football.
Sets up a 3rd and 3 here for Alpharetta. Big early first down as West Forsyth's already on the board. Takes the snap, looks to the left side, can't find anything open. He'll try to run to the right, throws it over, has a receiver open, gets out to the 45-yard line before he's brought down. Julian Macon again.
And just a breakdown by Alf Scholl, the linebacker, who actually had the receiver covered, but once he saw Dobbs break outside the pocket and looked like he was going to run, he left the receiver alone, and that's exactly what Dobbs wanted, was able to dump it across for the first down.
Alpharetta very quick on their setups here as well. Going to play kind of a hurry-up offense as he takes the snap, throws out left side early, but he can't catch the ball. He drops it. Intended receiver there was number 8, Rodney Morris, the senior.
I don't believe he would have had anything on that play anyway. When you run a bubble screen like that, you like it when the defense is in zone. That time West Forsyth was in man, so everyone was rallying to the football. So I don't think there was going to be a big gain anyway if he would have caught it. I know one thing, these stands are full to the brim.
You are right there, RJ.
Visitor and home side.
Great to see another Friday night action of football here at Raider Stadium. Takes the snap, drops back, can't find anybody open, rolls to the right side, has a man downfield, but the ball's going to be just out of his reach. Intended receiver there was number 18, Blake Rollison.
The man coverage is working nicely right now for West Forsyth. Everybody's got a hat on a hat, and there's nowhere for Dobbs to throw the football. He finally had someone break open late. The receiver actually beat the linebacker, Josh Salo, but just overthrew him out of his reach. Important 3rd down and long now early in this first quarter.
It looks like West Forsyth's not letting Dobbs get comfortable back there either. Really having to shuffle his feet, move around a lot. Can't set his feet and throw the football. Takes a snap on a 3rd and 10. Has time to throw. Across the middle, has a receiver open. Makes the catch and has a spin move down to the 25-yard line. Great catch there by 81, Carlos Burse.
Yeah, and that time he beat the cornerback, Will Brown. I just don't understand why West Forsyth switched out of their man defense. That's what's been working for him on this drive. That time they backed up into a zone. Dobbs was very patient, waited for his big receiver to come open. There he was, wide open in the middle of the field.
That's the best football move that Dobbs has had the entire first quarter so far. Sets up 1st and 10. He'll take the snap. Has a receiver open on the right side, makes the catch, and he'll be knocked out of bounds about the 4-yard line. Number 18 again, Blake Rollinson with the catch.
Yeah, but there he is, and they made him pay for the catch, but it really didn't matter as he gained about 14, 15 yards, and that's just too easy for Dobbs. They're going to have to get back in his face, and on defense, West Forsyth, they're going to have to go back into the man defense, especially this close to the goal line.
Sets up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. In shotgun, takes the snap, hands to his running back up the middle. Going to get about the 3-yard line before he's brought down by a pile of West Forsyth Wolverines.
Alec Coburn was the first one there up the gut coming from his linebacker position. Was able to get, his defensive end position, was able to get there very quickly. But Alpharetta knocking on the door, trying to answer to the early score of West Forsyth. Trying to protect their home field here.
Daniel Clements came in the game, a little bit more size at wide receiver. Look for a pass right here. Steps back, throws up the fade in the corner of the end zone, and there he is for the touchdown, Alpharetta. Just said it, folks. Number 86, Daniel Clements, came into the game for that play, and he's got 6 points on the board for his team.
Yeah, Daniel Clements, he beat Hunter Ballou, and if that last name sounds familiar, it should. That's the nephew of Buck Ballou, former quarterback of UGA, was able to beat the cornerback in the left corner of the end zone. West Forsyth had a blitz coming from the right side, the left side of Alpharetta, just couldn't get to Dobbs in enough time.
Buck's not going to like you calling out his nephew. Back to kick for Alpharetta, number 98, Thomas Waller. Snaps back, holds good. Kick is up, and it is good. In this game, 7-7, folks. Tie game here at Raiders Stadium. 7:40 to go in the first quarter. Quick start to this game, RJ.
Yeah, quick start, and us as broadcasters, we like these type of games when it's shooting out and we're going back and forth. This team's up, now the next team's up. But we teased it in the pregame show. This game was going to be about the quarterbacks. Josh Dobbs goes down the field and answers to Mr. Early's going down to the field and him scoring. So this is shaping out to be exactly what it's supposed to be.
And it looks like a battle of two different quarterbacks as well. Early looking to run the ball a little bit more. Dobbs looking to throw the ball a little bit more. It's going to be an interesting game from our point of view.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, that's the way the stats showed as well. Early has a little more rushing yards. He also has 3 rushing touchdowns on the ground this year. And Dobbs doing more on the ground. He has over 800 yards passing this year. So what you're seeing on paper and what everyone says in the media and says on the internet is coming true right now on the football field, at least in the early parts of this first quarter.
Looks like back to return for West Forsyth is Jake Wachorek and number 5, Will Brown. Thank you for that one. Had a chorus of Will Browns going there for you.
I just wanted it to sound
Oh, you
good.
just wanted it to sound great. I know how it is. Setting up for the kickoff now. Alpharetta tie game against West Forsyth, 7-7, 7:40 to go in the first quarter. There is your kick, and it'll be a little bit shorter than last time. It's like Will Brown's going to field it on the 10-yard line. Great block there to set up the hole, and he's got it, folks. He's at the 50, one man to beat at the 35, the 30. He beats him at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, West Forsyth. And just like that, they're in the lead again.
The crackback block was made by number 49, Josh Salo, on the left side, and there is a flag on the play. I wonder if they're going to call that block.
And they did.
Oh, take the touchdown off the board. Holding on the receiving team. That hurts as Will Brown was scampering down the left sideline, and he was gone.
And the crowd doesn't like it either.
Well, the opposing crowd doesn't like it one bit.
You hear the boos coming from the West Forsyth side. That'll back them up a little bit, takes away the touchdown, but they'll still start with great field position here.
Oh, without a doubt, and let's see what head coach Jason Dukes, this Alpharetta defense, let's see what they will have in store to try to stop A.J. Erdley.
It's one of those quarterbacks, I don't know if you can stop him, just hope to contain him.
Yeah, he might be one of those. He definitely has shown flashes already this evening, and you know why Middle Tennessee wanted him. They came into the state of Georgia, and they got him.
It's going to set up West Forsyth on their own 40-yard line. A net 60-yard loss there after the touchdown. That's tough to hear.
Yeah, that's my goodness. And if you're Will Brown, you're on the sideline catching your breath. You need some water.
Great run by Will Brown to find that hole, though. Had a great block down here about the 20-yard line as well. It was beautiful. Takes a snap under center. Goes to the right side. He's got space as well. He's got 10 yards. He's got more. And he's going to be brought down around the 45-yard line. It's like number 10, Jake Wachorek again.
Yeah, Wachorek, I mean, he is the offense besides A.J. when it comes to this West Forsyth Wolverines. Last year had 1,600 total yards and 17 rushing touchdowns last year. So he is a star to watch out on this Wolverine offense.
Erdley lined up in the shotgun set this time. Sends Wachorek in motion. Takes the snap and rolls to the right side. Looks downfield, has a receiver open. Caught about the 25-yard line. Goes for some rough and tumble yards down to the 15-yard line. Great catch there by Ty Anderson, number 89.
Tackle made by Malcolm Downing, and that time the receiver just beat the zone, found a hole in the zone, sat down, had a big target for A.J. to throw to, and that was just easy from A.J. from the pocket. The pocket's holding up well, too. The Raiders are trying to attack A.J. from the outsides, but they're just not getting there in enough time.
He's got all day to throw right now. He'll take the snap out of shotgun. Looks downfield again, has a receiver, but it will be bobbled and dropped.
Well, the Raiders that time, they turned on the pressure a little bit. The defensive line got off their blocks, and they were coming after A.J. That's a pass that should be caught by the Wolverines. I know you got footsteps coming, but you got to bring that one in.
Ty Anderson, the intended receiver, again there. Going back to the well one more time. 2nd and 10, 6:37 to go in the first quarter, and Erdley will be set up in the shotgun set again. He takes a snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's got it space up the middle. Cuts it to the outside. He'll be brought down around the 10-yard line. Going to be about a 3rd and 2 here.
Trey Whitaker on a tackle. A.J.'s pretty special when he keeps that ball and tucks it down and run with it. He doesn't look like a quarterback when he tucks it and runs. He looks like a real big running back.
It's like a Tim Tebow-esque type quarterback. He's
going
to run the ball, try to run like a fullback almost.
Right. And you can tell he knows what to do with it. He knows how to protect it. He knows how to lower his head and goes forward for more yardage.
He falls forward every time, that is for sure. Under center this time, he'll take the snap. He'll fake. He'll give the ball up the middle, and it looks like it's going to be a touchdown, folks. It is. Touchdown, West Forsyth. So the penalty on the kickoff does not hurt them, and they're up again 13-7 here.
Just a great call by head coach Frank Hepler. Gave it to the first guy through. That was Trevor O'Brien. Gave it to the fullback and kind of fooled everyone. He was untouched until he got to the 2-yard line. Then it was too late.
He fooled me. I know that much. And you know when you fool me, you've done something right.
Now, I apologize for my ignorance, but why do they do this here?
That is a water bucket set, and in the water bucket, a lot of times, if the defense doesn't react to it, you've got a back behind the water bucket. So the center will take the snap it back to the kicker, and he'll throw it to the outside, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion.
It's basically like a screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's like a screen pass. Usually the defenses adjust to it, but, hey, it's to each team their own.
Yeah, it is what it is. I know one thing, the Wolverines on top.
They are 14-7, 5:51 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break, folks, and we'll be back to bring you the kickoff for Alpharetta.
We can get a player up here. Ah, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here on PlayOnSports.com's Friday Night Football. We're bringing you the West Forsyth Wolverines against the home Alpharetta Raiders. West Forsyth leads 14-7, 5:51 to go in the first quarter, but they're going to be kicking off to Alpharetta here.
And once again, you have to keep up with the tempo. You don't want to see your kickers and punters tonight. You want your offense to stay on the field, and if they score, we score. If we score, we got to try not to let them score. That's basically the name of the ball game.
Quick kick here. Going to be kicked off to the right side. Looks like number 16, C.J. Washington gets the ball. He's at the 20. He's at the 25. He'll be brought down there around the 26-yard line, and that'll set up 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Stephen Gallagher on the tackle with the kickoff protection team. Let's see what Alpharetta will have up their sleeves. We know Josh Dobbs is going to be licking his chops, looking to get the ball down the field through the air. Let's see if this Wolverine defense will be ready. And it seemed like last time out, the Wolverine defense were at their best when they were in man defense. When they shifted into the zone, Dobbs picked them apart.
Good to see big number 78, George Adison, back out on the field after his equipment malfunction early on. Going to need him out there at right tackle if they want this passing game to be successful. Josh Dobbs takes the snap, hands off. Going to go about 3 or 4 yards before he's brought down. That's Julian Macon again, number 25.
Yeah, and gang tackle by Shalou and also Alex Eskew on the tackle. That's exactly how the first drive started off. A nice quick 5 yards up the gut, and then they took off from there. Let's see if West Forsyth can already make the adjustment.
Josh Dobbs in shotgun, 2nd and 6. Looks like he might have drawn West Forsyth off sides. We'll wait and see what the official's call is.
Yeah, he jumped into the neutral zone and caused one of the offensive linemen to move. But here's the thing, if you jump off sides, if you're on the defensive line, you can jump off sides. Just make sure you get back in enough time before an offensive lineman moves or before the referee blows the whistle.
Encroachment is called against West Forsyth. That's going to move him up 5 yards. And Alpharetta will have a 2nd and 1. And you're right there on the encroachment. Just get back. Don't hit the offensive line.
And don't hold your head high and say,
No.
oh, shucks. You know, just get back in your stance.
And if you're that defensive line coach, you're yelling at that guy on the sideline, you're right in front of the ball. Just watch the football.
That's all you have to do.
I heard that many a times growing up, and that was not fun.
You and me both.
Takes the snap in the pistol formation, hands to the left side. He might have got the 1 yard needed. It looks like he did. Ball should be about the 37-yard line and set up a 1st and 10 for Alpharetta.
Yeah, from up here, it looks like he has it. We got a helmet that popped off from the Wolverines. He's trying to get his helmet fixed. He wants to get back in the ball game right now, and that's Josh Salo. He's made some impressive plays already tonight, so he's going to check that out on the sideline and try to get back in as soon as possible.
Now, speaking of the helmet coming off, we had the new rule in college football this year when the helmet comes off, you had to come out for a play. What do you think about that rule so far?
It's all about safety. So any rule about safety, I can't hate on. So it's good for the game.
Josh Dobbs takes a snap in shotgun, looking downfield, has time, throws it to the outside, has a receiver, makes the catch at the 50, Oh, they're going to call that he stepped out of bounds. That was
really?
incomplete pass out of bounds.
Well, I'll tell you this, the pocket in front of Mr. Dobbs has been beautiful all night. There's really hadn't been anybody in his face. And I'm telling you, this Wolverine defense needs to consider going back into the man. They don't know exactly what they're doing in the zone, or at least Dobbs is just picking them apart so bad it just looks bad.
That was Rollinson again, the intended receiver. Definitely picking his favorites tonight, going to Rollinson, going to Clements on the touchdown earlier, and big Carlos Burse on the other routes.
Oh, without a doubt, you got to stick with your butter. I mean, when you go to the guys that catch the football often, I mean, you have confidence in them. You trust them.
2nd and 10, man in motion, takes a snap, looked for the swing pass, can't get it, tries to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Takes it downfield. That's number 3, Kamara. He's going to go, and he is going to score easily, folks. That is a touchdown. Momo Kamara, number 3 for the West Forsyth Wolverines.
Muhammad Kamara, the South Carolina commit, intercepts the football after the pressure came from Alex Eskew. Dobbs threw it straight to him, and what a move he made at the 2-yard line for the second effort to get into the end zone. I think they're going to call a flag on West Forsyth for excessive celebration. We'll check the man with the white hat and see what he has to do.
I tell you what, RJ, that might make the plays of the week for Play on Sports.
That might. That was impressive. To have the ball skills to intercept it and then go down the field and then make the move at the end to get in.
Great play there. And on the pressure, too, they were trying to set up the screen, looked for the swing pass outside, had the running back go right up the middle for the middle screen, and Momo just looked it off. Didn't even get phased by the pressure.
You're exactly right. He read the play, and the initial pressure from Eskew is what really messed everything up. Dobbs really did not want to see him to his left side, and as soon as he saw him, he got kind of flustered and just threw it to Kamara, and it was all over after that.
It is an unsportsmanlike conduct called against West Forsyth. The touchdown will stand, but the penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
And that's exactly what you did not want if you're the Raider Nation. Now you look up at the scoreboard, and you're looking at a 2-score deficit. Once again, there is a reason why the Wolverines are undefeated. Their ball club doesn't look all that big, but, man, do they execute.
You said it earlier. You don't want to see your punters and kickers, but you don't want to see interceptions for touchdowns either.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Extra points up and good, and that makes it 21-7. West Forsyth leads here in Raider Stadium over the Alpharetta Raiders. Tough play there for Dobbs.
Yeah, but you know the life of a quarterback. You got to forget about it right now. Go ahead and think about the next play. Let's try to set up something off that screen to get something deeper downfield. You know he wants to throw it deep anyway.
And to say it, the play was set up. If he gets that ball over Kamara's head, that play would have went for a good 20 or 30 yards. He had green grass to go all day long.
You're exactly right. He had some space. But once again, it was that initial pressure from that left side, from his blind side, that really just threw off everything, threw off the timing of the play.
We're going to set up the kickoff here, and we'll see who takes it back for the Raiders this time. Good game right now on Raider Stadium, folks. West Forsyth leads 21-7 over Alpharetta. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lots of points here in the first quarter. Hopefully this game will keep going like it is. We love offensive action here on Play on Sports.
Oh, we do. And action is where it's at right here at Play on Sports. I mean, if you want high school football action, the best of the best, with the best quality and the best broadcasters, it's Play on Sports.
Speaking of that, folks, PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
Okay, if I'm head coach Dukes, I go over to my quarterback, my star quarterback, Josh Dobbs, and I say, look, don't even worry about it. It's in the past. We can't look at it now. Move forward.
Deep kick now. Looks like number 1, Andre Harston, takes the ball. He's going to be at the 40-yard line where he's brought down, and that's going to be first down for Alpharetta. Set up between the 39 and the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and with the penalty, so they have good field position. You can get right back in this ball game with this offensive possession. You have to respect the number 1 rule in football. Protect the football.
Josh Dobbs just need to come out, play his game, play smart football. Forget that interception, push it out of your head. Come back out with your team and play football.
Because he has had success early in this first quarter. He's hit players left and right down this field, and especially when West Forsyth goes into their zone.
That's really the only negative he's had the whole game was the interception, and it just happened to turn out to be a touchdown. Takes the snap in shotgun, looks downfield, has a receiver, going to get him on the sideline. They're going to call it incomplete. Say he was out of bounds on the catch.
That side judge is showing Alpharetta no love on that sideline there.
He must not like Blake Rowlandson very much.
That's twice.
Twice that Rowlandson's been called out of bounds on the catch. And if I'm Josh Dobbs, I got to be looking at that. Throw that ball a little bit earlier in the route so he's not getting called on the sideline so much. 2nd and 10, 3:48 to go in the first quarter. Set up in the shotgun. He's got Macon on his right. Takes the snap, looks to his left. Has Macon, goes to the right side, and he was brought down about the 45-yard line.
That's a nice job that time from Dobbs. Everything was covered down the field. He wanted to go quick to his left, wasn't there. West Forsyth in their zone once again. They had 2 safeties back, so they're trying to prevent the deep pass. Was able to just dump it off to his running back, get a good 5 to 6 yards, set up 3rd down and medium.
Looks like number 2, Stephon Perry's in the ball game now at running back.
Sideline warning on Alpharetta.
It's not a penalty, but it could be soon.
Yeah, just a warning right now.
Got to wonder what those Alpharetta coaches are saying over there to get a sideline warning already.
Well, head coach Jason Dukes, he likes to get into the referees just a little bit if he feels something isn't going his way.
He was fired up. 3rd and 5 now. Raiders ball. Josh Dobbs takes a snap and shotgun. Looking to the left. Has a receiver. Hits him. Going to be at the 40. He's got a little bit of space at the 35. Flag down on the play.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be number 86, Daniel Clements, on the catch. We'll wait and see what the flag is on the play.
The flag is going to be an illegal block on number 22, Lim Cobbs. Cobbs was the one who threw the block and was able to let the wide receiver go upfield. But I'm going to be honest with you. Wade, I didn't see much there. It looked like a clean block to me. It looked like it was on the side, not the back. That's a tough one.
Folks, that's the kind of analysis we pay RJ the big bucks for right there.
Appreciate it. But I didn't see anything wrong there. He was just helping his teammate out, went head hunting, saw a defender not looking where he was, and got a hat on him.
And you see that a lot in high school football now, and it all goes back to the safety reasons. Any block that could be deemed unsafe, it's going to be called. Even if it is technically clean by the rule book, if it looks dangerous, they're going to throw a flag. And that kind of takes away from the game to me.
Just a little bit. Yes, it does. And you can't hurt the game with, the ticky-tack fouls here and there. You just can't do it.
Dobbs will take the snap and shotgun again. Pump fakes. Can't find anyone. He's going to run. No, he's going to throw it again. Has a receiver, and he hits him this time in the middle. That's number 81, Carlos Burse, the Vandy commit.
And that's the old school scramble drill. I was looking at West Forsyth's defense downfield. They were smothering all the receivers, but Mr. Dobbs, with the football IQ through the roof with the scramble drill, scrambled out to the right. The receivers know exactly what to do, got away from their defenders, and was wide open down the middle of the field.
And it looks like him pushing the line of scrimmage there helped a little bit, kind of loosen up the coverage, and he was able to find Burse as well. He'll take the snap. He'll fake it to his running back, goes up the middle. He's going to get about an 8-yard gain before he's brought down by a haul of West Forsyth Wolverines again.
A little extra pushing and shoving after the play once again.
Going to see that all night.
Yeah, you will. Because you have to remember, last year, West Forsyth only lost 1 game in the regular season, and it was to Alpharetta.
Have to remember, folks, this is the opening region game for both of these teams. Region 6, 6A football here in Georgia. Nobody has a region win yet, but it could go big for Alpharetta if they were to take the upset here over West Forsyth early on in the year.
Got an official's timeout. He's going to run over to the visiting sideline. I don't know if he's going to talk to the coach or the side judge.
Looks like he's going to stop at the side judge first, but he's making his way towards the coaching staff. Officials timeout, folks. We'll take it with them here on PlayOnSports.com. Friday Night Football game of the week. And we're back here at Raider Stadium on PlayOnSports.com. Friday Night Football. After the officials meeting, Alpharetta sets up now. 2nd and 2. Dobbs takes a snap in shotgun. Looks across the middle. Had a receiver, but the ball was just out of reach. That's a good no call on the officials' play there. Both guys going for the ball.
Absolutely right. A good no call. Both guys going for the ball, and also the receiver slipped. So a good no call there that time. West Forsyth doing a little trickery in the secondary, kind of brought a safety very late wasn't able to get to Dobbs, but it's nice to see him trying a few more things because it looks like they don't want to get out of that zone at all. I don't understand why. I thought they did pretty good in man, but we shall see as the game continues.
That was the first ball he thrown to Andre Harton as well. Look to see if Harton gets another attempt here soon. Takes a snap, throws on the outside, and he will have the first down. That's number 8, Rodney Morris with the catch. They're going to call that incomplete. They're going to say the ball came out.
And he's a little slow to get up. I know they kind of piled onto him at the end right there because they thought it was a fumble, but they do call it an incomplete pass, and he looks like he's in pain, Wade.
That does not look good. I'm not so sure about that incomplete pass. It looked like he had possession when his forward progress was stopped there, and I think that's what Coach is discussing with the officials.
And who is that? That's Rodney Morris now.
Yeah, that's number 8, Rodney Morris. He was the receiver, the intended receiver there. We'll wait and see. I don't think the call is going to get overturned.
Yeah, I think the call is going to stand, but Dukes wants to make sure he gets his point across.
And if that's the case, that brings up 4th and 2. Now, you tried to throw the ball on 3rd and 2, so if you're throwing the ball on 3rd and 2, you have to believe on 4th and 2 you're going to go for it.
Yeah, because they're out of field goal range.
That's a long field goal.
51 from there, I believe.
That is a long field goal.
I mean, if you got a high school kick,
that's a 49-yard kick right there.
Yeah, if you got high school kicks kicking 49-yarders, you got a Division I commit.
Yeah, that's a solid kicker if you can put that through in high school. Looks like he's sitting up. That's good to see. And looking at the lower leg, maybe the ankle there.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, and that's exactly where he was tackled, around the foot ankle area. So hopefully he'll be able to get up on his own power. A little bit of assistance.
Crowd give him a round of applause to see him up and walking. It's like he's hobbling a little bit, but he's walking off on his own power, so you should see him back in the game.
Yeah, hopefully they can get some ice on it real quick, tape it up real tight, and get back out on the gridiron.
And we're just in the first quarter still. 1:43 to go in the first quarter, so he's got plenty of time to get back in this game.
West Forsyth, 21 points in the first quarter. My goodness.
Might even see more here on this possession. It's going to be a 4th and a long one.
About 1.5. Let's see what they dial up.
They're in the shotgun set. We'll see what they do. Oh, that's not what you want to see. False start called on your running back. Julian Macon moving early there. If he would have just went in motion with that, he could have played it out.
Yeah, exactly. Fake it, go in motion, and come right back to the spot.
False start called, and that might alter the decision-making here. You might see the punting team come out now.
Does back him up. You are in enemy territory, so I understand why he's thinking about going for it here. You are down by 2 scores.
And they are going to go for it. 4th and a long, 6 short, 7.
Putting some faith into his defense.
We'll see what receiver he goes to this time. Shotgun set. Takes a snap. 2-step drop. Looking, has a receiver wide open, makes the catch. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Alpharetta. That's Big Blake Rowlandson again, the Troy commit, with another touchdown tonight.
Just a great job of Dobbs being patient in the pocket. The pocket held up. Pressure was coming from his blind side, but it was held up nicely and just was very patient, waiting till the receiver go through the zone because there's going to be a window. He found him in the window. The receiver did the rest, broke a tackle, and he had reservations for 6.
You mentioned it earlier. Great football IQ there by Dobbs. Way to read the field, take his time, took a few steps, made the shuffle over to the right side, set his feet, made the throw, and it was perfect.
And if you're head coach Frank Hepler, you have to be considering going back to that man defense. He's been picking apart this zone for the 2 consecutive drives now.
Extra points up and good. Makes this score 21-14. West Forsyth leads, but the Raiders just cracked the board again. And we'll see what they've got in store for defense this time, folks. We're going to take a quick break here on PlayOnSports.com. This is Friday Night Football.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome back out here to Raiders Stadium here on PlayOnSports.com. Friday Night Football. Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis. We're at Raiders Stadium, folks. It's 21-14. West Forsyth leads, but the Raiders just cracked the board again, and they will kick off to West Forsyth.
Talk about the guts that it took for Coach Dukes to call that fourth down play for a touchdown.
Kick is back, and it's going to be a touchback, folks. West Forsyth's going to set up on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's just, I mean, going back to that fourth down play, that's just trusting your quarterback, trusting your players that they're going to do the right thing, and also trusting your defense if you don't make it.
Going to see what offense comes out with Airdley this time. They put up 2 quick touchdowns. They had the interception for the touchdown as well. 21-14 lead over the home Alpharetta Raiders.
A recommendation to the Alpharetta Raiders defense, start to put a quarterback spy on number 11.
And watch up the middle. Airdley takes the snap, tries to go up the middle again. He breaks another tackle and another. Breaks 3 tackles on one play to be brought down to the 35-yard line. 15-yard gain by A.J. Airdley.
And that was all Airdley. I mean, that was all him. The blocking wasn't that great. He was able to break 3 tackles on his way to the first down. You got to bring big number 11 down. He's going to do this all night long.
They get up to the line quickly again. Ref blows the whistle, and they're ready to start. Airdley in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. Takes a snap, looking downfield this time. He has time. Decides to run it this time, though. It makes a cut, and he's going to get a 7 or 8 yard gain again.
It just looks effortless.
It is effortless.
It looks effortless when he scrambles and he goes for positive yardage.
He has such great field vision just to be able to juke the tackles like he's doing right there, and he just kind of pushes them with a little bit of an arm motion. It's not much at all, but he's getting away with it.
Got to get a quarterback spy on him. That Mike linebacker needs to shadow him.
2nd and 2 now. Going to try to go downfield this time. Has a receiver open and hits him. They're going to call it incomplete. They're going to say he bobbled it, did not have complete possession before he lost that ball.
Great job by the cornerback, DeAndre Watkins. Got there immediately as soon as the ball got there and dislodged the ball away from his body.
Dislodged, a good word for that one. He hit him hard. Takes the snap, hands off to the right side. The motion man has the ball now. That's number 10, Jake Wichorek again. He's going to get out to the 50-yard line. That's going to be a first down and move the chains one more time.
Wichorek is everything. He does it on the football field and in the classroom. He has a GPA of 4.6.
4.6. Is that even possible?
I didn't think it was, but 4.6. Are you serious?
If you would have told me 4.6, I would have thought you meant his 40 time, not his GPA.
No, not his grade point average is 4.6.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, congratulations to that young man for being a good player on the field and in the classroom.
That's your definition of a student athlete.
That is a student athlete. That is a great call, RJ. First down, about a 1 yard gain there for Airdley. Going to set up a 2nd and 9 now. And that's going to end the first quarter, folks. 21-14, the West Forsyth Wolverines lead the home Alpharetta Raiders here in Raiders Stadium. See if Raider Nation can get behind the home team. We'll take a quick break, folks, and we'll be right back here on PlayOnSports.com Friday Night Football.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you are enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play on Sports School broadcast program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP. Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here in Alpharetta, Georgia. West Forsyth Wolverines lead the Alpharetta Raiders 21-14, and we're going to start the second quarter with a flag.
And that should be on Alpharetta encroachment. You gotta like the wrinkle from West Forsyth. Alpharetta has seen that play already where the tailback comes in motion, and as soon as he gets to the quarterback, they usually snap the ball. And that's not what happened. He continued to go through. Alpharetta jumped, easy 5 yards.
Great call, RJ. The call was offsides, encroachment called against Alpharetta. West Forsyth's going to have a second and long 2 here. Still 12 minutes on the clock for the second quarter. Haven't ticked a second off yet here.
Second and short. Let's see if Alpharetta dials up the pressure or plays back.
Barely in the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to his right side, has a receiver wide open at the 30, makes the catch and will be out of bounds around the 27-yard line.
Let me tell you how concerned Alpharetta is with the run right now. They bit so hard on the run, there wasn't even a play action to bite on. The linebackers, as soon as the ball snapped, dove forward. AJ just looked up and saw the linebackers coming for him, and plenty of lanes for him to throw.
That was Tanner Bridges on the catch, number 4 on the right side over there. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap, rolls to the left side this time. Looking, can't find anything, and almost intercepted there by number 3, Michael Downing for Alpharetta.
Yeah, that's the first bad throw I've seen from Early tonight. He tried to force it to his favorite target, Ty Anderson, the tight end. He was sitting down on the grass and still tried to get it to him.
He put a hand up there, but just couldn't quite get to it.
Probably wasn't expecting the football.
Downing should have made a better play on that as well. If it hits you in the hands, you got to catch that ball. Shotgun formation again for West Forsyth. Barely going to be back there by himself.
One safety back for Alpharetta. All linebackers up towards the line of scrimmage.
Churick in motion. He will get the fake. Airdley will go up the middle again, and he'll get about 2 yards.
You see, on this third down play coming up for Alpharetta, I got to throw something at AJ. I got to throw something he hasn't seen tonight just to try and get the ball back here and not let them score again.
If you're Alpharetta, dial up that blitz you don't do often. You're down a touchdown. They've got the ball about the 25-yard line. It'd be a huge stop right here to keep them off the scoreboard.
Sideline warning this time for West Forsyth. So that's a warning for Alpharetta, warning for the Wolverines. Next time it will be a penalty.
Chippy game tonight. Had 2 sideline warnings so far. A little pushing and shoving after the plays have been over. You can tell these guys want this game. They've got to keep it within themselves.
And some booing coming from the visitor stands. They didn't like that call that much.
And now the officials will take a timeout to discuss something else. About the chippiest game we've seen so far in our broadcast, RJ.
Yeah, it definitely has been. But this one, I mean, this is all the advertised right now. If it keeps going like this might be the best game we call all year.
Let's hope so. 21-14, West Forsyth leads, and they're driving again deep in Alpharetta territory.
Now the referee has the ball set and ready to go.
Clock is running, 11 minutes to go in the half. Airdley takes a snap, rolls to the left side again. Can't find his receiver, tries to go downfield. Looks like that ball might have skipped off the turf, and it does. Incomplete pass, and that's going to set up 4th down.
Set up 4th down, and AJ is coming up very slowly. He was hit late by 53, Andrew Butcher, and he is still slow to get up.
Hit by the Butcher. I like that nickname. Even though it's just his last name, that's a good nickname.
It was a bang-bang play. It looks like he's favoring his ribs. I don't know if he might have a bruised rib there or what, but I know the training staff are over to him immediately.
Timmy Hartshorn coming on to kick the field goal. 4th and a long 8. Set up at the 25-yard line. Ball's at the 32, 42-yard attempt. Takes the snap. Kick is up. It looks good. And it is. Great kick there by Hartshorn. It's going to put them up 24-14. West Forsyth leads over Alpharetta with 10:45 to go in the first half.
And that's a nice job stepping up. Quarterback goes down. I think if AJ was okay, they'd probably go for it there on 4th. But I know he showing his coach, have confidence in me. I can hit those 40-plus yarders.
Great kick. 42-yarder out of a high school kicker is something you don't see often, but good to see that out of Hartshorn.
Without a doubt. And Alpharetta, bend but don't break. They got West Forsyth was on a roll there, got down deep into their territory, but they did not let the Wolverines in. That's a small victory for that Alpharetta defense.
Now if you're Alpharetta, you have to answer back. You have to put something on the scoreboard right here.
You have to. There's no doubt about it.
Got a flag down right now. I don't know if that just fell out of the official's pocket or if something happened on the sideline. He's not picking it up, so it must be something on the sideline.
Huh. It must be a sideline infraction. Has to be.
They moved way back on that sideline over there, so it probably is. If you look over there now, they're a good 2 to 3 yards back from the sideline than they normally are.
There's a good gap, and I'm actually trying to find the official referee. Okay, they're huddling right here to the near
25-yard line.
Right.
Here comes the official's call. Unsportsmanlike conduct called.
On West Forsyth.
That's right. That's going to back them up on the kickoff.
See, this is when you're supposed to have your get-back coach. Normally it's a freshman coach or a JV coach. He comes invaluable in these varsity games. Tell everybody to get back. You don't have this big penalty that the referee's marking off right now.
15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike for the sideline infraction. Going to make him kick off from the 25, and if you're Alpharetta, you have to love this.
I mean, if there's one thing that drives a coach crazy, it's free yardage. If they get it while earning it, okay, we need to do better on the next play and execute better. But just giving them free yardage, that eats a head coach up.
Eats up those fans over there booing as well.
Nice to see these stands. I'm telling you, you can really feel the high school football atmosphere at Raider Stadium tonight. West Forsyth is here, filled their stands, and, of course, the Raiders filled theirs.
Not only the fans, look at the student section over there as well. For a visiting team, that many students, that's great to see. Alpharetta will field the ball at the 20-yard line. He's at the 30. He'll take it to the 36-yard line where he is brought down. It's like leading the way there, number 44, Austin Sanders for West Forsyth.
Tackle made by Jacob Hill. There was a late hit after the play, and they did call it. I didn't quite think they were going to catch it, and I believe that was Jay Youngblood with the late hit from Alpharetta, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's wait for the official's call. After the play, personal foul, and called against the receiving team. The Raiders are going to get backed up.
So the 15 yards they got from West Forsyth, they just gave it right back.
Just gave him right back to him. That's how it happens sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. I know they'll get a stern talking to in the locker room.
Yeah, I don't want to be at practice on Monday.
Yeah, without a doubt, stadium stairs, up, downs, wind sprints.
I sweat just thinking about that.
You and me both. If I wanted to run, Coach, I would have gone and played track.
I hear the cross-country team has an opening right now.
Exactly.
Well, that's going to be 1st and 10, and that's going to set them up on the 22-yard line now instead of the field position they had before.
And now we're going to have a problem with the clock. The clock was just rolling that entire time. So now the officials are going to have to get the clock situation straight.
It's one of those things as an official you hate to see.
Yeah, you look at me, why is that? Why is it running? I don't now. Okay, where did it stop at? I wasn't paying attention. Now we got to do a conference and we got to do a huddle. Now we got to wire it up to the booth up here with us.
It's like how many seconds ticked off the clock before we realize that?
But this is an outstanding ball game. 9:35 left in the second quarter. 24-14. 10 points separating the two.
Lots of points on the clock, and the head official's walking over to the head coach to let him know. Looks like he's going to radio it up to the other coaches in the booth so they know what time to exactly put on the clock.
Yeah. We'll get it straight here in just a few short moments, and we'll have high school football right back at you.
Good use of technology here in Raider Stadium.
Jumbotrons at the high school level.
I'm jealous. I wish I would have had one in high school.
I know I didn't. I had a real old school scoreboard.
Looks like they bumped it up 1 solid minute to 10:35.
Now we got the clock straight and ready to go.
Officials whistle, and we got football, folks. Friday Night Football back in action. Alpharetta on offense. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to the left side. Kicks on the outside to 23, Adam Childhammer. And he's going to be brought down after no gain.
Extra pushing, shoving once again after the play. Gotta watch it. The officials have already shown that they will throw the flag, so you definitely have to watch it. And that time, Mr. Ballou came down and laid the hammer on the receiver right at the line of scrimmage.
Childhammer looked a little tentative there on the catch. Got to get going full speed out there on those swing passes.
2nd down and 9, now 3 receivers to the right.
Josh Dobbs in shotgun. Got Julian Macon to his left. Takes a snap, take that back. That's Stephen Perry. He'll make the catch. He'll break a tackle and be brought down hard after about a 3-yard gain. 3rd down.
Connor Vandenbos, I mean, they must be having a competition on the Wolverine sideline who can hit the opposing team harder. That was 2 very hard hits these past couple of plays.
Looking to get those team awards, get those hammers for the stickers for the back of the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet stickers. Third down and medium now. Let's see what Mr. Dobbs has in his repertoire.
Macon back in the game now for Perry at running back.
Defensive line jumps, but they didn't go into the neutral zone, and they got back in enough time. No penalty called.
Shifting around the formation.
Dobbs will change the play now.
Looks like he moved Daniel Clements around a little bit. 86 set up in the middle.
And I don't think Coach Hepler liked it, and he'll call a timeout.
Timeout called by Wes Forsyth, and we will take it with him here, folks. PlayOnSports.com, Friday Night Football. We'll be right back. Welcome back out to Raider Stadium here in Alpharetta, Georgia. West Forsyth leads 24-14 over Alpharetta. Alpharetta has the ball, 3rd and 6, and we'll see what Josh Dobbs has got drawn up for him right here.
4 down linemen this time for West Forsyth.
He takes the snap, has time all day in shotgun, throws downfield, makes the catch, makes a great move. He's at the 45, he's at the 40, folks. Breaks another tackle and brought down hard at the 35-yard line. Number 86, Daniel Clements, with another great catch tonight.
Great catch once again, just working in that zone, finding the hole, and 2 big missed tackles for the Wolverines. Number 2, Ballou, and also number 18, Jacob Hill, missing tackles on that catch and run.
Dobbs in shotgun again, has Macon to his right. Has to check with me with the coach, changing the play a little bit. Moves his tailback behind him. He'll take the snap, hand it up the middle, get about 3 yards before he's brought down on the 38-yard line.
Nice job that time by the Wolverines linebackers. Stayed at home, let the running back come to them. When he came to them, they made a nice, solid tackle. Wolverines that time only brought 1. They really haven't brought too much pressure all night. Normally in a 3-4 defense, they're always bringing at least 1, but not the case tonight.
Julian Macon can't really get it going tonight. It's been all Dobbs at the quarterback position as Dobbs takes the snap. Has time, offensive line blocking downfield, has a receiver open. Great shoestring catch there, and that's going to be another touchdown for Alpharetta. Daniel Clements is all over the place tonight.
He's abusing Hunter Ballou. I'm sorry, but he did a double move that time down the right sideline, and Ballou was stuck at the 15. He looked up, and he walked into the end zone.
I'll tell you what, I can't wait to see the replay on that catch. He pulled that ball off his shoes.
Right off the turf.
Not sure how he came up with that one, but guess what, folks? It's 24-20. Going to be a field goal game pending this extra point.
Alpharetta, what an outstanding job of answering back. Dobbs put the interception behind him, and we got a ball game again.
Kick is up, and it's good, folks. 24-21. Alpharetta answers back, but West Forsyth leads by 3 points. We'll take a quick break here on Play on Sports Friday Night Football. We'll be right back. Welcome back out here to Raiders Stadium. 8 minutes to go in the first half. Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis as West Forsyth leads Alpharetta 24-21. But Alpharetta just got on the board, and they're going to be kicking off to West Forsyth. Forsyth fields the ball at the 5-yard line. Has a little bit of space at the 20. He's at the 25. And he'll be brought down at the 30-yard line, and that's where they'll set up 1st and 10.
And we will check and see if A.J. trots back out onto the field, and he does. So it seems like the injury he had in the previous drive, he's going to be okay as he trots back out onto the field and enters the huddle of the Wolverines. 1st down and 10 from the 30. The Wolverines' offense has kind of stopped just a little bit. Been a touch. Well, they've scored on every possession, if I'm not mistaken. The last one just being a field goal, not a touchdown.
They have had the interception for the touchdown as well. Looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play. I don't think the officials were exactly ready for that.
They weren't ready at all. The Wolverines just wanted to snap it and go.
See what they do after their conference here.
Yeah, been a lot of conferences. Kind of reminded me of the NFL just a little bit.
Some replacement officials out here tonight?
I don't think so. I went to that game Monday night. Oh my goodness, that's a story for another day.
That is a story for another day. That was tough. So we'll set back up again, 1st and 10.
But it is nice to see AJ back onto the field because he did take a blow on that previous series. Right as he released the ball, it looked like he was favoring his ribs. But if it's just pain, AJ says it's not a thing to him.
It's like Jacob Allen in the backfield. He will get the ball, and he'll be brought down about the 38-yard line. 8-yard gain there for West Forsyth.
Nice job of the offensive line getting a little bit of push, getting the defensive lineman off the ball. A few other linemen actually got to the 2nd level at that time.
Trevor O'Brien in the game now, number 20. Takes a snap, hands to his motion man, trying to stretch it outside, and he does. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and that's with Chork again.
And they pulled the left guard that time, and that enabled him to bounce it outside and get to the edge and go up the left sideline for the 1st down. Nice play call, moving guards. You like to see that in the running game.
1st and 10, they'll set up from the 44-yard line. 7:21 to go in the first half. West Forsyth leads by a field goal, 24-21 over Alpharetta. Takes a snap, rolls towards right side, has pressure, beats the pressure to the outside. He's going to run the ball. He's going to be brought down after about a 6-yard gain. Going to cross the 50-yard line. He'll be set up at the 49.
Nice job by Alpharetta's defense initially. Didn't bite on the play action too hard. Everything was covered in the secondary. But once again, you got to get somebody spying number 11. He's proved to you that he can do it on the ground. So if there's nobody open in the secondary, he will not hesitate to just take off.
Could not keep containment, though. 2nd and 4. Takes a snap, hands to his motion man again. That's with Chork again. And he'll be brought down about the 44. That's going to be enough for the 1st down. A little more pushing and shoving after the play as well.
Nice job of, again, following his lineman, the pulling guard once again. Wasn't able to get to the 2nd level and make a contact block, but he did open the hole for him.
I'll tell you what, as an offensive lineman, that's one of the most fun plays, to be that pulling guard and have to pull out there on the outside, take down a guy about half your size on the outside.
And when you pull, all you see is an ear hole. Oh, yeah, that's good fun there.
1st and 10, doing a check with me. They'll check over on the sideline.
And it seems like Alpharetta's been running the zone the entire night.
It's like they're going to shift the running back to the left side. Takes a snap, play action, has a receiver, and he's open, makes the catch. Number 4, Tanner Bridges makes the completion.
Did a nice job of getting depth with the cornerback. Cornerback actually thought he was going to run a streak, a 9 route, flipped his hips, and as soon as he flipped his hip, he dug his foot into the ground and turned that 9 route into a post right across the middle for the 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Alpharetta needs to come up some defense right here with 6 minutes to go in the half if they want to stay in this ball game.
Check with the sideline once again. Alpharetta probably needs to think about dialing up the pressure here.
Looks like it might come from the outside this time. Airley hands to the outside with Chork one more time. He's going to get to the 19-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds, and the official goes down with him.
Tackle made by number 8, Rodney Morris. Nice to see him back into the ball game after his earlier injury. The left tackle tonight is doing a pretty good job on number 58, Andrew Butcher. Butcher finally got in on that last series and got a little contact on AJ, but it's been a nice battle out there between Butcher and number 75, Ratliff.
Jace Radliff's a big boy out there at number 75 on the left side. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. He's got space. He's at the 5. He's at the 4. He rolls. Let's gonna see what they call. Touchdown.
Wow.
Great play there for West Forsyth. Trevor O'Brien making some video game moves to roll off the defender. Can we say Mike Dyer?
You're exactly right. That's exactly what it was. He rolled down to the ground, but actually landed on a Raider. Noticed that he wasn't down, got up and continued to go forward. Touchdown, West Forsyth.
Wow, we've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Intercepted screen with some crazy moves at the end. A little rolling around on the defenders to get the last 3 yards for a touchdown. What better can you ask for in Friday Night Football?
I mean, these kids are just smart. They know the rules. They know when they're not down and when they're not.
And they're playing hard-nosed, great football as well. Snaps back, kick is up, and it is good. And the lead is back out to 10 for West Forsyth, 31-21. And we still have 5.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Can the scoreboard hold up is the question.
Triple digits, does it go that far?
My goodness, it might explode tonight.
Good thing they got the Jumbotron out there to show us.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. Play on Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play on Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports. That is playonsports.com. Welcome back to Raider Stadium, folks. We got a shootout here against Alpharetta Raiders against the West Forsyth Wolverines.
I hope you got your popcorn ready.
I hope you got your calculator ready for these scores. West Forsyth leads 31-21 with 5:44 to go in the first half, folks. 52 points so far, and we've only played a few minutes of football. Kick is off, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback.
What do you think about the high school rulings on if the football goes into the end zone, it's an automatic touchback?
I've never really understood the rule myself. I mean, that's not really a safety rule because the ball goes that far. I know you're rewarding the kicker for being able to kick that far, but if you're a team and you field the ball in the end zone, it should be your choice whether or not you want to run it out.
I agree 1,000%. I just never understood that. Never understood that.
If only they listened to us every time, RJ.
They might be in trouble if they listen to us every time. Maybe the majority of the time.
The game would be a lot different.
Exactly, not every time.
Alpharetta coming back out on offense. Got your same battery. Josh Dobbs at quarterback. Number 25, Julian Macon at tailback. Dobbs has looked good so far outside of the one interception that went for a touchdown.
And I hate to say it, but really the reason the score is the way it is,
that play.
These quarterbacks are just picking apart these zones.
These offenses have looked good tonight.
Check back with the coach once again. Let's see if West Forsyth switches with him. Middle linebacker looks like he wants to switch, but they do not. They continue to back up. Now he barks out something.
Playing a one safety look, walking over the left side. That right side's a one-man coverage, one-on-one play.
That might be a delay of game.
We'll wait and see what the official calls, and I think that is right. I think that's what they're going to call.
I never did see the flag.
Came from right over here. Delay a game. It was on about the 40-yard line. That's a 5-yard backup. Alpharetta's going to be 1st and 15 now.
See, me just being the defensive-minded person that I am, 1st down and 15, backed up in your own territory. Found a defensive coordinator of West Forsyth. I'm dialing up a blitz right up the middle.
Just don't get burnt. We've seen a lot of big plays tonight.
That is true.
Dobbs takes a snap, throws to the right side. Pass is going to be complete.
Fumble.
Wait and see. Are they going to call it on the ground, or are they going to call his forward progress stopped?
It looked like Muhammad Kamara got in there, stripped the ball out.
Trying to persuade the officials to go with the fumble. If it's taking this long, you know they're going to rule for the offense.
Yeah, they're going to rule that he was down. But Camara got in there and stripped the football. He definitely stripped the football.
No review for this one. This is going to be their own call. Oh, they do call it West Forsyth. Wow.
And the Wolverines explode on the sideline.
You never see a call take that long that goes the other way. Usually if you have that long of a huddle, you stick with what was on the field, you stick with the offense.
And Mr. Dukes has the guy with the white hat in his crosshairs right now.
I would not want to be that official right now.
But I believe it was the correct call. I saw Camara come in there and strip the football. I wasn't sure if West Forsyth fell on it or not, but when you saw the white jersey come out with the football, you had no choice but to go with them.
That's a huge turnover right now, folks. West Forsyth already leads by 10, 31-21. 5 minutes to go in the first half. If they put up another 7 right here, this score could get ugly.
Could be trouble. Could be trouble. 2 turnovers for Alpharetta. 0 turnovers for West Forsyth. You can't win football games that way.
Difference in the game right now.
Had the screen pass interception that went in for a touchdown. And then you have the very heads-up play by the South Carolina commit, Muhammad Camara, was able to rally to the football and strip it.
And if you think about it, too, Camara's the one that made the pick on the screen and scored the touchdown.
You're exactly right.
He has been the defensive spark plug tonight, causing both turnovers.
He is solely responsible for the score right now. He is solely responsible for the lead.
If they put in another touchdown right here and it's a 17-point lead before the half, I don't know what you tell your Alpharetta players in the locker room.
It's a morale killer.
It is.
And depending on how much time is left when Alpharetta gets the ball back, but say they wind down this clock a little bit and Alpharetta doesn't have much time, it's a morale killer.
If I'm Alpharetta right now, I'm turning to my big man, Naim Musafa right now. Got to see number 99 make some plays for me. Dobbs takes the snap, makes a couple nifty moves. He'll get about a 6-yard play, or excuse me, that's Erdley, not Dobbs. I got the 11s confused, folks. Erdley makes some good moves, 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4.
Erdley, there's no panic in him when he runs the football. It looks very smooth, very crisp. I'm very impressed by what I see out of AJ.
2nd and 4 now. Clock is running, 4:30 to go until the half. Erdley lined up under center. You don't see that much. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to the motion man, gives it up the middle, breaks a few tackles and gets to the 5-yard line before he's brought down there. Number 20, Trevor O'Brien. And
that time, Mr. Butcher for Alpharetta did get into the backfield, but once he got there, he couldn't make the tackle. Got to be able to wrap up.
West Forsyth's going to set up 1st and goal now from the 6-yard line.
You got to dial up something right here. You got to take a chance. You can't just let him walk in. You got to take a chance. Dial up a blitz. Roll the coverage to the side that the quarterback's rolling to. Something to confuse AJ.
If I'm Erdley, I'm looking out to the right side right now. Got one-on-one coverage with Tanner Bridges. Might throw the fade. No, he hands the ball on the sideline, and he's going to have it for another touchdown, folks. Number 10, Jake Wachork again. 3:46 to go in the first half, and this scoreboard just ticks up even more.
Well, Wade, you were halfway right. They were concentrating on that right side, but it was just too much space, too much openness out there. They give it to the running back once again, and he walked into the end zone. And there goes that morale boost, the morale killer we were talking about just a few moments ago.
37-21, pending the extra point right now. Could be a 17-point game before the half.
Got mostly everybody on the home stand sitting down except for the senior section, of course.
Not very happy right here on this side of the field.
They're rocking and rolling on the other side.
Takes a snap. Kick is up. The official signal good, and it is a 17-point game. 38-21 with 3:46 to go in the first half. Can we see more points before halftime?
Where's the defense? That's what I want to know. Where's the defense?
Defensive-minded R.J. Lewis asked the question, where is the defense? Should make a commercial. We had where's the beef before. Where's the defense?
Yeah, exactly. Where's the defense?
I want a T-shirt with your face that just says, where's the defense?
Do you think it would sell?
I would buy one.
Okay, I might have to look into that. I know one thing. Alpharetta they have to score. 3 minutes, 46 seconds. That's plenty enough time to get your offense moving and rolling just a little bit, but you have to get in the end zone before halftime.
That is for sure. Alpharetta is going to come out to receive this kick down 17 points. 2 turnovers, the difference in this game right now.
You're exactly right.
Points off turnovers, 14.
14 points off turnovers.
Difference in this game, 17. That's all it is,
It
folks.
should be a 3-point game, but you didn't protect the football.
That is for sure. 3:46 to go until the half. West Forsyth coming out for the kickoff.
See if Alpharetta, that's what they really need, a very good kick return.
Wonder if we're going to get another penalty before the kick again.
Yeah, that too. And then also West Forsyth, they've been kicking the ball into the end zone every time, so they haven't had an opportunity to return it. But you can tell the difference if you look at the West Forsyth sideline, you look at the Alpharetta sideline, who's winning.
There's that quick kick formation again. This one might get to the end zone, and it does. That's going to be another touchback. And they don't like it. They hate that rule just as much as we do.
Because they want to get out and run. They want to develop the blocks and get downfield as well, but goes into the end zone. They'll start from the 20.
Sets up 1st and 10 for Alpharetta. 3:45 on the clock now. And we'll see what Dobbs has in store when he comes out with this offense.
Dobbs got to be looking to go vertical now. None of this wide receiver bubble screens or anything like that.
So much of their offense, though, it's hard to throw it away. That's a lot of pages of the playbook that you're just doing away with.
And this is a bad sign with a player running on late to start this series.
At least there's not too many men on the field and there's one running off. Dobbs takes the snap, has all day to throw, finds a receiver, makes a diving grab. Great catch there by number 18, Blake Rowlandson. That's the kind of thing they need to get back into if Raiders want to get back in this game.
And Dobbs getting back to the line of scrimmage. The linebacker on that last play thought he did enough. He bumped the receiver off his route, but great route running and great concentration by him.
Set up on the 34, 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Clock's moving, 3:30 to go in the first half. Flag down, or is the timeout called before the play?
I wonder if the receiver on that side moved a little early.
Looks like that's going to be the case. Flag is down on the far side of the field.
And Alpharetta is backing up.
See if the official rolls the arms right here, and he does. 5-yard penalty against Alpharetta. Not what they need to see. We're down 17 right now.
And the guilty party will be Rodney Morris, if I'm not mistaken. That's the only person I think that moved.
Dobbs telling the team to play right now. Clock is still moving. Dobbs takes the shotgun snap, rolling to the right side. Trying to find something, decides to run the ball, and he will be knocked out of bounds very hard at the 36, and they're going to call a late hit.
The South Carolina commit knows better than that. Camara knows better than to lay into the quarterback on the sideline, and then on the Alpharetta sideline at that.
As many good plays as he's made tonight, that one just knocks it down a notch.
It was unnecessary, and I saw it coming, but I thought he was going to hold up, but he didn't.
And that was number 3, Momo Kamara. Definitely the biggest hitter we've seen out here tonight.
No, without a doubt.
Legal or illegal.
He does bring it. When he shows up to the ball carrier or to whoever has the ball, he shows up with a little bit of an attitude.
That's a big momentum swing for Alpharetta now. They cross the 50-yard line with the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line.
It's plays like that that can change the ball game back into Alpharetta.
If you're Josh Dobbs right here, I don't know if I consider going deep with the ball. Takes the snap. Looking, has a man, and the ball is almost intercepted. Intended receiver there, number 81, Carlos Burse. He had no business throwing that ball, though.
Had the ball right in his hand. Josh Gordon just couldn't squeeze the football and bring it in. I'll tell you another thing. The pocket has been immaculate for Mr. Dobbs all night long. Pressure that time came from the right of Dobbs, from the left of West Forsyth, and they're blocking it beautifully.
Very gunslinger-esque right there. Not the kind of throw you want to see out of your quarterback. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. Macon will have the ball. He'll get about 3 yards before he's brought down to the 46-yard line.
I know you have to keep the defense honest, but I really don't like or understand that play right there on 2nd down and 10, and you only get about 3 yards, which will bring up 3rd down and long now.
3rd and a long 6 yards here. Make that 3rd and 7. Shotgun. Dobbs takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket. He's got room to run. He's got room all day to run. He's at the 35. He's at the 30, and he's going to walk out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
That play should not even exist. The referees missed an obvious hold by Alex Baird on Muhammad Kamara. Kamara came on the outside linebacker blitz, and he basically held him all the way to the turf. But they didn't see it, so it's not a foul. First down, Alpharetta.
They don't see it, it don't count. 2:20 to go in the first half. Let's see what Alpharetta's got in store here on the 30-yard line, driving into West Forsyth territory. Man in motion. He'll take the snap. Looks right, pumps right, has a receiver, but he almost throws another interception that hits him right in the hands again.
That time it was Ballou. Ballou basically followed the quarterback. Quarterback took him to the ball, just couldn't bring it in.
We're going to have to call into Buck on Monday and tell him to give some pointers. Hunter is having a tough game tonight.
We're going to call him to the radio station. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call him at work.
I think Hunter Ballou's going to make up for it, though. He's going to make a big play in this game.
And that's what you have to do.
He's had a lot of opportunities tonight. He just hasn't capitalized yet, but when he does, it's going to be big. Dobbs takes a snap, 2nd and 10. Has a receiver, hits him across the middle, makes the catch, fighting for the first down, and he's going to have it.
And it's just been real simple for Dobbs. It really has. Basically, you got a first wave of defenders in this zone defense. As soon as they get past that first wave, normally during that first wave, the receivers are getting bumped, trying to get bumped off their routes just a little bit. But if that pocket holds up, there's a hole between the first and the second wave of defenders. That's the only thing Dobbs is doing, waiting for them to clear the first line of defenders and dumping it right in the middle.
Clock stop for the chains and move. Starts back up at 1:45. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line here. Dobbs is going to fake the handoff. He's going to keep it. Feels the pressure from the backside. Throws to the corner of the end zone. Goes up, and it's going to be incomplete. Looked like a push off there, but I'm guessing they're calling it uncatchable.
Yeah, and I thought Dobbs was trying to throw that out of the back of the end zone, but there was a receiver down there, so I guess he was trying to hit his receiver in the back corner there. There was a little bit of contact with both the defender and the receiver in the air. No call, though, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. Still at the 17-yard line, 1:30 to go.
Dobbs barking out the instructions once again. West Forsyth has turned up the pressure just a little bit on the past 2 plays.
Dobbs takes the snap. Feels the pressure up the middle, takes off running. He breaks the tackle. He's at the 5. He's going to score again, folks. Touchdown, Josh Dobbs. 1:20 to go in the first half, and he made this score even better going into the half.
And the cannon goes off in the background, kind of scared me a little bit. He turned a broken play into a wonderful play right up the gut. Mr. Dobbs puts 6 points up for the Raiders.
And that gets the home crowd on their feet for sure, folks. Band's getting into it. Scoreboard, Jumbotron going nuts right now.
It really is. It's going berserk.
Pinning the extra point. Could be a 10-point game with 1:20 to go in the first half.
Well, that a boy there. That a way to answer back.
And got a flag. Looks like we're going to have a false start called against Alpharetta.
I wonder if it's a false start or will it be on West Forsyth. They were kind of jumping in and out of the neutral zone there. So it'll be interesting to see what this call is.
Wait for the official's call. And it is a false start.
Mm-hmm.
Back them up 5 yards, and they'll kick it again.
We do have a substitution. Mr. Morris is going to come in and protect that weak side there.
Taking out a big guy for a small guy.
Yeah, I really don't understand. Unless he was the one called for the false start, and that's Mustafa they brought out.
You don't understand seeing a guy in his 70s coming out for a guy with a single-digit number, though. Either way, here is the snap, folks. It's back. Kick is up. And it's good. 38-28. West Forsyth still leads, but Alpharetta back on the board again. They're hanging in this thing after the 2 turnovers. 1:20 to go in the first half.
I like their resiliency. They're whatever's happened in the past, they're leaving it in the past, and they're looking forward. I like that from this Alpharetta team. Now, they have to stop West Forsyth on defense. Because if West Forsyth comes out and drives down the field, that last drive means nothing.
All I know is it's 38-28 with 1:20 to go in the first half. I don't know if I can count that high for the second half.
I'm telling you, we're going to need a calculator.
It's a good thing we got a scoreboard to tell us what the score is.
And we're going to need a big calculator, too, not one of those small ones.
Be sure to stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com halftime and post-game shows, where later on in the night we will select our player of the game, as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. Also, be sure to stick around for the bands at halftime as well. We'll show you their halftime shows for you. That's coming up at halftime and following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Alpharetta getting ready for the kickoff here.
Haven't seen too many big returns tonight.
Saw one that got called back.
Yeah, one that went the distance and got called back.
And to think, if that play would have stood, where would this game be right now?
Exactly. Luckily, they called the holding on the left sideline.
Lots of big plays in this game that have stood and have even been pulled off the board. Been great action here for you. Be ready for the second half, folks, because there's going to be even more. There's the kick, goes deep. Will this one get to the end zone? It does. Touchback. They'll set up at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Wonder if they have a good 2-minute drill on the book here. West Forsyth try to put some more points up on the board.
Oh, you know they do. You know AJ and this offense is going to get into the 2-minute drill. Just a little short and only a minute and 20 seconds remaining. And they're going to try to get down this football field. And if not try to score a touchdown, at least get a field goal up. Kicker's already kicked the 42-yarder earlier tonight.
We need to get to around the 30-yard line to be in his range. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Airdley fakes the snap and does a check with me with the coach, changing up the play a little bit. Alpharetta didn't really show their hand any. He'll take the snap, looks to the right side, has a receiver, and he hits him for about a 6-yard gain before he's brought down.
Rodney Morris on the tackle, kind of led him into the tackle. The receiver did a nice job of kind of shielding and not getting blown up on the play.
Tanner Bridges makes the catch. Clock's going to keep running. 1 minute. Whistle's blown. Were they not set?
And AJ wants to know what the problem is.
And flag's called now. Has to be some kind of motion penalty here.
Yeah, they have to, and they threw it extremely late. Illegal shift or illegal formation 1.
Delay a game.
How is that possible?
Possibly a equipment thing, maybe not having the mouthpiece in.
Okay.
That's usually the call if that's the case.
Because they did snap the ball, so to snap the ball and the mouthpiece wasn't in.
Yep.
Gotcha. They are strict about the equipment for obvious reasons.
Looking out for the player's safety out here. 50 seconds on the clock in the first half. Airdley takes the snap, has some time. He's going to be brought down right outside the pocket, though. He might get about a half-yard gain, and this clock's going to keep running. That might do it for the half, though.
Mustafa finally got there for Alpharetta, and you can hear the crowd in the background saying Moose.
First time we've called Mustafa's name all night.
Yeah, first time they've thrown double teams at him all night as well.
Takes a snap, trying to go deep downfield, has a receiver. He hits him. He's at the 45 and brought down at the 40-yard line. Look for the timeout here.
Ty Anderson on the reception. Once again, he loves his big tight end, and if he can get vertical, get down the middle of the field, he's going to trust him, and that's exactly what A.J. did.
Airdley trying to get the official to blow that whistle quicker. Takes the snap. He'll hand to Wichork on the outside again. Wichork feeling his way around, tries to come back across the field and doesn't get it done. They're going to call a timeout this time. And looks like the official called the timeout a long time ago.
And the clock just continues to roll. A little bit of home cooking here.
They're going to have to reset the clock. They're probably going to add a good 10 seconds onto that clock.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 6.3 seconds, that'll probably get switched to 16.3.
The away crowd doesn't like that either. They know the time's going to have to be added back on that clock. We'll just estimate with 16 seconds right now. It's not up on the clock yet. But with that kind of amount of time, you got a couple timeouts here. Do you take one more shot downfield?
Yes.
Do you try to just maybe take about halfway to get a few yards for your kicker? Or do you actually go for the touchdown here?
That's a good question. That's a real good question. I have one timeout left, correct? If I'm
yes, you have one timeout left.
So you could, just to get over that 10-point mark there going into halftime. Whatever can get you points. You don't want to come all the way down here and not get anything. So whatever can get you points.
You're at the 41-yard line. Your kicker already kicked a 42-yarder, which means they need to be about the 25 to be at the same distance. I'm going to say after seeing the kick, it's going to be an iffy kick from about the 30. So if he could get to
That's
the
too
30-yard line, that's about a 47-yard kick. That's a long kick. You want to get between that 25 and 30-yard mark right there. You need about 10 or 11 more yards.
And what I do during this timeout, I go over to my kicker and say, hey, look, where can you kick it from? Where are you most comfortable? Is 45 too long? Okay, how about 42, 41?
It looks like they didn't reset the clock. Or is the official waiting for that?
AJ looked over and noticed it himself. Said, hold on 1 second. Let's get some more time up here.
Clock currently says 6.3, waiting for the official to blow the play live.
And me and you are guessing it's going to be around 16
It should be
seconds.
around 16. I saw the coach calling timeout directly after the knee went down, and the official came from the far sideline waving off the arms.
And if it doesn't get changed here soon,
they're going to have to call it again.
The head official is going to keep time on the field. Don't know what the problem is. Now, finally, we have coaches on the Alpharetta sideline trying to signal up to the booth.
I believe we're going to put some more time on the clock, 9 seconds.
Oh, not really.
They're going to bump it up to 9. Really doesn't help them that much.
No, it doesn't. That's incorrect as well.
At this point, you might have to just go for the end zone here.
Yep. And Alpharetta setting up with 3 safeties back.
Unless you've got a good sideline route that you can throw for about 13 to 14 yards. And most high school quarterbacks don't have that in the repertoire.
And the deepest safety right around the 23-yard line.
And I think the side official might be saying there should be more time on the clock. Nope, that's not the case. They're going to stick with 9 seconds, folks. 9 seconds to go in the half. Takes the snap. He's running up the middle. He's got a lot of space. He's got blockers, too. He breaks it to the outside. He's going to be down there. He's going to try to. They called timeout. They got timeout with 0.1 seconds on the clock.
Go kick it.
0.1 seconds.
Go kick it. Go kick the field goal. Great play call.
Wow.
And it looked like, I thought AJ was going to go down once he got across the 25, but he continued to go. I didn't think he was going to have enough time to call a timeout, but just in the nick of time they get it in.
Great mental awareness on AJ's part to know how much time's on that clock and know when he needs to go down. He didn't get tackled. He went down on his own. That was a great play for him to get down and a good play for the coaches to get the timeout called.
33-yard field goal.
Hartshorn again.
Made one earlier from 42.
Snaps back. Kick is up. Officials say it's good. 41-28 at the half. That's a good victory there for the Raiders to hold them to a field goal, and it keeps it within a 2-possession game as we go to the half.
Yeah, without a doubt. But you got to like what West Forsyth did. They got the ball back after the Alpharetta score, went straight down the field in 1 minute and 20 seconds and add 3 more to it.
69 points in the first half.
Wow.
41-28. I haven't seen an offensive game like this all season, but I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it at home. We're going to take a quick break, folks, and we're going to come back and show you all the action from both bands here at halftime. Play on Sports Friday Night Football.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here in Alpharetta, Georgia. Beautiful Alpharetta High School as well. We're going to bring you both bands, folks. First, we're going to have the West Forsyth Wolverine Band out on the field for you. Listen and love all the action out here. We'll be right back with more action after this.
A closing number of the timeless Latin classic, Malagueña. Drum majors, is your band ready? Pride of the West, you may enter the field in exhibition. Gentlemen, a hand please for the Pride of the West.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here in Alpharetta, Georgia. Just showed you the West Forsyth Wolverine Marching Band. And coming up next is the Alpharetta Raider Marching Band. We're going to take you out for all the action, sights, and sounds. Enjoy what they have for you for their show, and we'll be back with your halftime show following the band.
Alpharetta High School senior band horn. Other side, equipment by the right jazz group of Young Black Brass Band. Because you do dumbass things like taking 20 credit out. That's a dumbass thing. For the Raider Marching Band are James Snyder and Paul. Captains are Amanda Barnes on Aaron Smith. From Major Hannah Butler and Bryce Colfer. Is your band ready?
No, you can do it with just 14, and that's very possible.
Big Apple City Not University memories you'll want to keep. Don't expect any pity. Join us for a day in the city.
Hey, I'm gonna go right back to you.
Bruce Walsh. Assistant band director, Cameron Walsh.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons wins. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot. Kept alive. Back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stags.
Runner at third is Chavez. 8-2 the score. Bottom of the 7th. The 1-2. Popped in the air. This should do it. Cortopassi says it's mine. Now he's fading on it. And he can't make the catch, but Gaff comes in from center field and does. Congratulations to the St. Mary's Rams, a three-peat. They win it 8-2 against Franklin to take the series 2-0.
This is time to run an offensive set that you've done all through the season in practice.
Yeah. And you also, you get it to your hottest player right now, just like they're getting it to Eichhorst right here. He's going to try to create some space, find somebody on the backside that's open.
Eichhorst flush out to the right. Oh, breaks free of a player. Eichhorst on his own, shoots and scores, bounces a shot home. Coos can't handle the shot. Eichhorst takes off the shirt and the helmet. And how about that? Alex called it. Eichhorst, after sustaining the injury in the third quarter of play, has scored the game winner with 22 seconds gone in the overtime period. Dogpile on the field. Marin Academy take it. A fantastic finish to this game. And, well, I hope his other ankle isn't hurting after this.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10. The 5. Touchdown, Helix.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here in Alpharetta, Georgia, bringing you the West Forsyth Wolverines versus the Alpharetta Raiders. West Forsyth leads at halftime 41-28 over the Raiders as we bring you some halftime news and notes. Pretty interesting game so far, RJ. A lot of score on the board right now. 69 combined points What do you think?
I'm about halfway done with the makeup of my T-shirt that says "Where's the defense?" So that's in the process right now. It's exactly what we thought it would be. Like we stated before in the pregame show, this was the tale of the quarterbacks, and the quarterbacks have came out and displayed what they can do on this football field. But the biggest thing about this game has been the turnovers for the Raiders. The Raiders have turned over the ball twice, and that's why they're in a hole right now.
14 points off of turnovers, as we've seen. Difference in the game right now, 41-28 lead. A couple of stats for you coming out of halftime. 68 yards rushing for Alpharetta, 243 yards passing, 3 TDs, and a pick for Dobbs. And that pick is the big play in the game right now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was a pick by the South Carolina commit, Muhammad Kamara, on a screenplay. Just read the play very nicely, picked it up, and actually ran it in for a touchdown. Now, we would be silly to not mention West Forsyth's quarterback, A.J. Erdley, who has put on a clinic with his feet tonight. He's done it a little bit with his arms, but when the pass is not there and the pocket breaks down, he knows exactly what to do with the football. He is an athlete at the quarterback position.
He's looked great out there, Erdley has. He's handed off to Wachork a few times as well. Wachork always that motion man coming from the side. That's going to do it for the halftime right here, 41-28. West Forsyth leads right now, getting ready for the kickoff. A few scores from around the area in region play. Roswell tied 21-21 with Milton right now. Johns Creek leads 35-10 over Centennial. Lambert 14-6 over South Forsyth. And Chattahoochee up 10-0 over North Forsyth. That is your Region 6 6A score update here on Play On Sports as we get ready for this second half to be going.
Well, it's a good thing for the Raiders that they get the ball first, so they get an early opportunity to try and chip into the lead that West Forsyth has built. And I'll tell you this, the fans didn't go anywhere on either side. West Forsyth fans are still here in tons as they completely fill the visiting stands, even though it's a fraction of the size of the home stands. And the home crowd hadn't gone anywhere. They still have the faith. Senior section still rocking and rolling, and here comes the kickoff for the second half.
Kick is a short one, going to be fielded on the left side. And he's going to drop the ball, and a little late splashing on the pile there, but they're going to come up with it. Going to have 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line.
Now imagine if he would have lost the ball there.
It wouldn't have been pretty.
That wouldn't have been pretty.
It wouldn't have been pretty at all.
That is exactly how you do not start the second half.
Not at all. 1st and 10, though. Raiders will take over there.
Last prep talk from the offensive coordinator for the Alpharetta Raiders. And Mr. Dobbs jogs onto the field, leading his Raiders to the line of scrimmage.
Dobbs has got Macon out there as well.
You're exactly right. And a lot of zones from both defenses, West Forsyth and Alpharetta. I believe that's why the score is as high as it is.
Well, let's see if we have offense in the second half like we did the first, folks. Football action here on Friday Night Football. Play On Sports. Dobbs first down play, thrown out to the right side. Caught at the 29-yard line and out of bounds. Completion there to Blake Rowlandson. Going to call his name a lot already tonight and more as we continue.
Yeah, and Rowlandson working on Jacob Hill that time, working on the right sideline. Got out to the sideline there and was able to get a good completion.
Second and about 4 now. Set up on the 30-yard line. Dobbs set up back in the shotgun as usual, making to his right.
West Forsyth showing blitz.
Takes the snap. Hands to Macon up the middle. Macon's going to get about 3 tough yards. Going to be very close to the first down. See where the officials spot the final ball.
Yeah, he's going to be just inches. He might have that by the nose of the football.
Right on the line. You might get a measurement on this one.
Or else I'm getting the down marker confused with where the actual first down is.
The refs are staring at it. They're like, is that a first down? It should it be in a... We'll just measure it. How about that?
They're going to bring out the chains. I believe he's just a bit short. If he made it just by the nose of the football.
It's going to be close, folks. We'll wait for the officials' measurement for the call. Just starting the second half here at Raiders Stadium in Alpharetta, Georgia. Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis bringing you all the action between Alpharetta and West Forsyth.
Now, I'm sure the defensive coordinators had a heart attack at halftime.
I would not have wanted to be in the defensive meeting at halftime.
Not at all. And they didn't make it, Wade.
First down, Alpharetta.
So 2 plays and a first down coming out of halftime. Not too bad. You can't ask for too much more.
Good start. This is the kind of offense we saw with Alpharetta throughout the half. Very slow, methodical. Just get the first downs, 2, 3 play first downs. And they kept rolling with it, and they're doing a good job. Only down 41-28. Takes the snap out of shotgun. Looks left, has pressure, gets out of it, throws it to the right side. He's at the 45. He'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Pass complete to Julian Macon, number 25, the running back.
Finally brought down by Vandenbosch. I'll tell you one thing. The one thing the Raiders do extremely well is the scramble drill. When the play breaks down, Mr. Dobbs does a nice job of keeping his head downfield, and the receivers know, hey, it's a scramble. Break away, just try to get open by any means necessary.
Dobbs has very quick feet. It's good to see him scramble. It's his best asset out there right now. Takes a snap on first down, throws wide to the left side. Great throw. Good completion there. Blake Rowlandson again.
Yeah, and that's his favorite target. He put that one on a rope down the left sideline to the wide side of the field. He showed off his arm that time.
That might be the best throw we've seen out of him all day. That's the kind of throws that Arizona State likes. That's the reason they recruited him, and that's why he's a commit.
You're exactly right, and it wasn't like he was wide open. He was heavily covered.
1st and 10 now. Set up on the 43-yard line. Dobbs takes the snap. Looks downfield again and has a receiver, but it's incomplete. Looks like Rowlandson again.
Yeah, went to the well too many times. That time he just threw it behind him, and he's actually limping off the field a little bit.
Might have tweaked that ankle. Looks like his leg's not looking too good right now.
Yeah, he's limping. He's also shaking his left wrist as well.
Went down hard on that wrist. Probably just banged up a little bit. Give him a breather, one play, and get back out there. 2nd and 10, empty set for Dobbs.
West Forsyth with 2 safeties deep again.
Look for him to come to the right side. Light coverage over here. Looks left. Rolling right now. Keeps rolling. Pump fakes. He'll throw it at the feet of the receiver just to get rid of it.
Heavy pressure coming from his backside from Brett Anderson. All down his neck. Had to just throw it to get it away to not take the sack.
Good play there by Anderson to pressure, and the defensive tackle came all the way across the field and kept containment from the defensive line spot.
You definitely like it from your nose guard and tackle spots. If those big boys keep coming, they really want the quarterback bad.
3rd down and 10 now. Long 3rd down for Alpharetta.
Can't stall out if you're Alpharetta. You got to keep on chugging because you know West Forsyth is.
Bacon to his left. Takes the snap, looks right, has nothing. Rolls right this time. Dumps it over the top. It's going to be complete. Reach the ball out there. That might have been enough for the first down.
The second effort is going to get him there. I believe he didn't originally get it, but I believe he stretched the ball out and got the first down.
That was 81, Carlos Burse. Carlos Burse is a big boy, and he was able to stretch out those arms, and they're going to measure it again.
They're going to measure it one more time. That time the blitz came from the weak side of Dobbs, but really didn't phase him at all. I think what West Forsyth has to do when the play does break down or it goes longer than they originally planned it to go, they're going to have to look for these receivers instead of just playing the space. Look for them, see where they are, and then stick to them. You have to do your own defensive scramble drill as well.
I know we've said it a few times tonight, but Carlos Burse committed to Vandy. Going to be seeing him in the SEC next year in the black and gold, taking on the likes of Georgia and Florida and Tennessee. So you know those coaches have to like the thought of that right there. The stretch out the second effort, great football mind to be able to get that first down.
Good job by the Alpharetta offense, continuing to pick up first downs. You have to continue to chug along. You got to get into the end zone. Field goals should not be in your mind right now. You're down by too much.
I think if I had one word to describe their offense, it would be methodical. There's nothing better. It's mind-numbing how much they just drone out this defense. Run, pass, run, pass. Goes deep downfield, has a receiver. He hits him at the 5, and that is a touchdown. Carlos Burse again, the Vandy commit we just talked about on the stretch, gets the first down and rewarded with a touchdown.
Just talked about him. Johnny on the spot makes you look good with the run pass. That's the passing part of it. The post pattern right across the middle. It was good coverage by the cornerback, by the DB. Just a better pass from Mr. Dobbs.
Very impressed with Dobbs' passing coming out here in the second half. Been right on the money, very accurate. 10:25 to go in the third quarter, and this game has gotten even closer. Should be 41-35 if the extra point is good. It's up And it is good. 6-point game now, folks. This one's gotten close.
That's the exact drive that Alpharetta drew up on the drawing board back in the locker room, and it worked to perfection.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, RJ. You know those coaches are thinking, this is exactly what we want to see. Now we just need one defensive stop to be in this game right now.
I don't know if there's a defensive stop in this ball game. I really don't.
I don't know if either team's got one of them.
Besides the turnovers, that's about it.
Maybe that's what they need. A big turnover forced right here could be huge for Alpharetta.
Oh, without
and it could be
doubt.
the momentum they need to really just drive this game in their favor.
I'm going to tell you this. If you get a turnover on this drive right here, watch this crowd explode.
If they get a turnover right here, I'm not sure if West Forsyth can climb out of that hole. Alpharetta might just drive it on.
Oh, that's a very bold prediction there, Wade.
We'll see. We'll have to wait and see if we get the turnover first.
Exactly. You'll have to wait and see.
Throw that out the window if no turnover comes. Well, 10:25 to go in the third quarter, folks, and it's 41-35 now. Lots of points here. Not a lot of defense, but, hey, this is entertaining football, folks. This is what we like on PlayOnSports.com.
And Josh Dobbs flirting with that 300-yard mark now in the air. I believe he's going to get it. As a matter of fact, I guarantee he'll get it before the night's over.
There's the kick. It's going to go towards Wachork, but it's going to go in the end zone for another touchback. West Forsyth will take over on the 20-yard line at 1st and 10. Brings out Erdely again.
A.J. Early had an outstanding first half. That's a first half he's going to want to chop up, cut up, and put in a demo reel because I'm telling you, he looked very comfortable with the ball running.
And if I'm Erdely, I'm coming out on the field right now. Just watch the guy going to Arizona State light up the field. He's like, I might be going to Middle Tennessee State, but I'm going to show him what I got right here.
You're exactly right.
Competition between these guys on the field right now.
Well, that's that play they ran earlier. Last time they ran the play where Resort went in motion and went back, Alpharetta jumped off sides. It didn't work this time.
Takes the snap, fakes it to Wachork. Has some room up the middle. He's going to run left. He's going to be at the 30. Makes a good move on the defender. He's at the 40. He's going to run out of bounds at the 44-yard line. They're going to spot him at the 45. Another great run there by Erdely.
He had to be a running back in another life. No, it's not taught to lean one way, stick your foot in the ground, and then go the other way. As I'm watching the replay on the Jumbotron, that's a running back move. That's not a quarterback move there.
Whatever it is, it's beautiful.
Yes, it is beautiful.
I've enjoyed watching this all night.
It has been a treat watching A.J. run the football.
He has some of the best moves for a prototypical pocket passing quarterback. He might take offense to me calling him a pocket passing quarterback.
Exactly
He is a great runner, folks.
Alpharetta keeping one safety back, now two.
1st and 10 from the 45. Takes the snap, and he's going to hand it up the middle. That's number 20, Trevor O'Brien, on the handoff.
Tackle made by Rodney Morris. Morris did a nice job from his defensive back spot, stayed at home, and just collapsed down the line. Only a gain of 4.
Looks like the offense you're going to see out of West Forsyth the rest of the night. You're going to see Trevor O'Brien in that true tailback spot. You're going to see Wachork get the handoffs to the side like that through motion. He's got the ball right now. That ball looked like it might have come out, but he got back on it. 3rd down coming up.
Only a small game that time. Alpharetta did an outstanding job of rallying to the football. Only had one safety back that time, so they kind of expected another run. Now 3rd down and short.
I expect Erdely to take the ball right here.
Officials timeout.
3rd and 3.
Spent a ton of those official timeouts this evening.
Just doing their best impressions in the NFL. Another one. They called that one just because they heard you.
Yeah, basically. Like Mustafa has some helmet problems. Now he's buckled up and ready to go.
It's like Erdely went over to the sideline to get a new play.
Might as well. Take advantage of the free time.
Do we get a 3rd official's timeout here?
They only get 3 now per game.
Oh, okay.
They've gone over that limit, though.
3rd down, takes the snap, hands to Wachork. Wachork's around the right side, and he is going to get just past the 1st down marker before he is thrown out of bounds. 1st down, West Forsyth.
He had to dance a little bit to get the 1st down, and he did. He was dancing with Evan Trout. Trout couldn't bring him down before the 1st down marker. Nice job. He's been doing it the entire night.
So 1st and 10 now, 44-yard line. West Forsyth driving again. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
It's all about execution with the Wolverines. They're not that big. All they do is execute.
Doing the check with me now, audibling off the play.
And that time, he did that. He didn't even
Called
look to the sideline.
Eardley takes a snap, looks left, doesn't have a receiver, being pressured hard, just throws it away out of bounds.
Mustafa was there.
Took him down hard, too.
Butcher was there as well. That's two people you don't want to see if you're a quarterback.
I don't want to see Mustafa.
Not at all.
If I was that quarterback, I wouldn't want to see that big man running to me.
But he is committed to Georgia, so I won't mind seeing him in the red and black. I won't mind that one bit.
Another SEC guy. Lots of SEC talent in this ball game. Part of the reason why this score sits at 41-35 in the third quarter.
2nd down and 10 now. See what Alpharetta does defensively. Really hadn't seen, I don't think there has been a sack tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Look for that Wichurk motion again in this set. Don't see it this time. Quick pass down the middle. Ball is bobbled and incomplete. It was close. I thought he was going to come down with it, but he did not.
Defended on the play, Bryce Gross.
Ty Anderson again on the target there. Definitely been Eardley's go-to guy tonight.
Without a doubt, 3rd down and long now for the Wolverines. They haven't been in too many of these tonight.
Big situation for Alpharetta right here. A stop right here could really get them in this ball game. Eardley takes the snap, does the Tebow fake towards the line, throws it outside, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Great play call, good pass and catch there. And that's number 20, Trevor O'Brien again.
And O'Brien, when he caught the ball, he already had the first down. But you like how he finishes the drill. You hear the coaches say that all the time. Finish the drill. Don't quit. Caught the ball, had contact, and continued to drive his feet forward to make sure there is no doubt we will have a fresh set of downs here.
I think I like the most on that play is he covered the ball with both hands. Takes the snap and hands it with Wichurk again on the motion. Going to get about 4 yards to take him to the 26-yard line. You're going to have 2nd and 6.
Methodical machine. Another methodical method that is West Forsyth. Taking a play out of Alpharetta's playbook just a little bit.
Playing Alpharetta's game right now. You would think this plays into the hands of Alpharetta, but it's working well for West Forsyth now. As Wichurk takes it around the right end. He gets outside, and he's probably going to get the first down right here as well. He dove across the line. Depending on where they spot him, I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think he got it as he lunged for the first down.
He does.
Alpharetta's not doing a bad job fighting down the line of scrimmage to get to the ball. It's just that every time they fight through an offensive lineman, another one's there waiting on him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 19-yard line. Running a little bit of clock right here. 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Forsyth takes the snap, hands it up the middle, and he gets taken down hard. Rough going for him right there up the middle. Trevor O'Brien didn't like that one too much.
My goodness, it was a nice tackle by the middle linebacker. I'm still trying to check the number. I believe that was Will Wages, but I'm not exactly sure.
Trevor O'Brien thought it was a Mack truck. He only saw the headlights.
Beep, beep.
2nd and 8. Trying to draw him off again. That time it was 35 in motion. That's Gabe Pierce. O'Brien in the backfield with Eardley. Eardley takes the snap, rolls left, throws it outside to Pierce this time. Pass wasn't really on the money. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard gain here. Going to set up a 3rd and mid-range, about 3rd and 4.
Once again, with this 3rd down situation, I believe this is where the Raiders need to dial up the blitz. I believe the Wolverines will have that type of a run, that little stretch play they like to run off the left tackle.
Usually the Wichurk motion, and wait to see what happens with O'Brien in the backfield with him.
They like to run it off the right tackle as well, or at least get pressure coming from the edges.
Last 3rd down, it was a true passing, no motion. Same here. Looks left first, doesn't have anything, rolls to the right, has a receiver on the outside. Can't get it to him though. Shakes the tackle, shakes another, throws downfield, has a receiver open, and he drops the football. Cool. Oh, he was wide open, and he dropped the football. That's your running back, Jake Wichurk, right there.
And you know he's kicking himself. I bet you doesn't make that play. He doesn't drop the ball too many times. I bet you he brings that in 8, maybe 9 times out of 10. But once again, the athlete that is A.J. Eardley, How many times was he sacked that time? Twice,
at least,
and was able to get away from both of them.
Now, if I'm the coaching staff right here, you're up 6 points. It's 4th and 4. Why not kick the field goal and make it a 2-possession game?
That is a good question. This could be a very big defensive stand for the Raiders.
4th and 4, folks. Airley in the backfield. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to run it again. There's tacklers there. They don't stop him, though. Knock him out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and he gets the first down.
Gets to the edge, gets to the sideline, breaks 2 tackles, and gets enough for the first down. That's the reason why they went for it on 4th down.
You got a quarterback like Airley, I guess you don't have to kick the field goal. So 1st and goal now from the 5-yard line. Clock at 5.5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Airley under center.
Alpharetta needs Mustafa to get into the play this time.
Takes a snap, hands it with Chorick. Chorick going to the goal line. It's going to be close. Looks like he's going to be stopped about the 1-yard line.
Running off the edges again. That one's off the right tackle. Had some room and down at the 1-inch line.
2nd and goal from inside the 1 now. Look for that quarterback sneak coming out of Airley here.
Yeah, the Raiders got to stack the line and bow their necks.
And there it is, and he gets stuffed hard, and he's going to lose 2 yards on that play.
That time they hit him, and it finally does stick as A.J. goes backward.
I'm pretty sure that's the first time Airley's been hit in the mouth all night. The most physical Alpharetta's been with him the entire game.
Andrew Butcher on the tackle brings up 3rd down and goal now.
The Butcher, 3rd down.
Called his name quite a few times tonight.
Another big play here for the Alpharetta defense. West Forsyth's already shown to go for it on 4th down, so let's see what happens here.
We've seen this play before.
Under center again. Look for him to shift out. He might shift a shotgun here.
With the wide receiver wide to that side, they should run it to that side.
Takes the snap. Wichorik's got on the outside, and he's going to cut into the end zone for the touchdown. Thought there might be some motion called early, but there wasn't. And that's going to be another touchdown for West Forsyth as they extend their lead. It's 47-35 here in Raider Stadium.
Now, if we can see it up here in the booth, the Alpharetta head coaches and coaching staff have to see it down there on the field. That's the same exact touchdown play they scored a few plays ago in the first half.
That's what you call a halfback slash right there, getting the ball on the motion, cuts through those zone blocks, and just slashes into the end zone.
And run it to the wide side of the field where you have more room.
That's exactly right, RJ. Looks like they're going for 2 here.
They are going for 2.
Shotgun formation for Airley. Takes the snap and rolls to the right side. Has a receiver wide open. Doesn't have to hit him, though. He's going to dive and flip into the end zone. He's a little bit for the theatrics tonight. 2-point conversion is good.
AJ Early, I've had enough, sir. I'm full. I'm completely full.
49-35 now. West Forsyth leads by 14 points with 4:22 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Now, he decided to make the more difficult play on that play. He had a receiver open in the flats in the end zone, but he decided to keep the ball and go for it.
You know, ask and you shall receive. Before this game was going, I was telling you, I really want to see some highlights tonight. I want to see some good plays. I want our game to make the top 5 in the Play On Sports here.
Exactly.
We might have a top 5 come straight out of our game tonight.
All 5 plays.
It might be close.
Out of the Alpharetta and West Forsyth.
Between the screen interception, the kickoff return for a touchdown, even though it was called back, great play.
Still on film.
The dive over the pile right there. Lots of great plays here.
How about the 3rd or 4th play of the game when A.J. runs it up the gut for 70-plus yards?
How about that? Lots of great plays tonight, folks. You're definitely getting your money's worth here on PlayOnSports.com. Wade Smith alongside R.J. Lewis in Raider Stadium in beautiful Alpharetta, Georgia. Here at Alpharetta High School, West Forsyth Wolverines lead 49-35 over the Alpharetta Raiders. Still a great game, though, here, folks. Alpharetta about to get the football. Going to have to answer back to stay in this one. And here is the West Forsyth kickoff. And it gets to the end zone as well, playing a trading of touchbacks back and forth here.
You're exactly right on the kickoff. That's exactly what it's been. And once again, just a little bit of extra pushing and shoving after the play.
First time we've really seen that here in the second half, though. It's been kind of quiet. Now that both teams have a touchdown up on the board, though, it might see that energy coming back to them.
You're exactly right. The blood's flowing again. And I'll tell you another thing. The temperature has dropped just a little bit. So I know the big uglies, as I like to call them, the offensive and defensive linemen, love it. They love that.
This is football weather, folks. Fall weather here in Georgia. beautiful fall night. Can't ask for any better.
Oh, yeah, it's picture perfect here, man. I mean, it feels and it smells like football with the grill in the background, the fresh cut grass.
Got a little party music going here. The bands are playing. The crowd's into it. 1st and 10. Dobbs will take the snap. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run a little bit. He gets to the 30. He's going to get to the 35, and he's going to run out of bounds. Looked like there might have been a late hit there. No flags down on the play, but they're going to get the first down either way.
That was an outstanding block by the umpire. Umpire threw a shoulder in there and knocked one of the West Forsyth players down, or at least tried to. Ended up knocking himself over.
Now, from my experience, they're the most vicious blockers out there.
Man,
they don't forgive.
Not even a little bit.
1st and 10, Alpharetta. Dobbs in the shotgun set again. He'll hand to Macon up the middle. Macon just can't get anything going right now. Very tentative out of the backfield. That up the middle run is just not working for him right now.
Brett Anderson was there on the tackle. And the way West Forsyth is attacking on defense right now, they're playing back. They're letting everything happen in front of them, letting nothing get behind them. They can't allow for the big hit now in quick spurts. They can't get 7 points in 50 seconds.
We mentioned this methodical offense before. They like to have a run and have a pass, have a run and have a pass. They're just trying to keep him honest here with the running game. The running game really hasn't been where it's at tonight unless it's been with Dobbs. Dobbs takes the snap. He's got a receiver out to the left side. He's getting so much pressure. He doesn't see him, though. He'll throw it out to the right, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete on the right side. 25. Macon was the intended receiver again.
Vanden Boss on the coverage. Was there right there. Johnny on the spot as soon as the ball got there. And you're right. He did have a receiver wide open, and it's a little wide receiver drag route. Right across the middle of the field there, just didn't want to throw it to him.
His center got backed up into him, though. He didn't get a chance to see him. He'll take the snap on a long 3rd down here. Got to convert. Rolls out to the right side. Nifty footwork. Has a receiver and finds him. Great pass to find him down there. I can't believe he found him. 86, Daniel Clements with a catch.
I count 1, 2, 3 Wolverines on the coverage, and he got the ball up and over all 3 of them.
He threw that ball on a rope.
He did. That took a lot of guts to throw that ball right there.
Long 3rd down. You got to have your leader step up and make a play.
He had to have it, and he put it right on the spot.
Let's not take away from Clements either. Great catch. Way to look it in. Get the first down and not hear footsteps and drop that thing. Dobbs takes the snap on 1st down. Has time to throw this time. Throws it downfield again. And this time he's got 81. That's burst. That's the Vandy commit.
I'm slowly but surely starting to understand why West Forsyth isn't blitzing more. It seems like when they do blitz, that's when Dobbs tears them apart the most. That time they had a late blitz coming from the weak side, coming from the left side of Dobbs. But once again, this offensive line for the Raiders have done a stand-up job.
1st down again. Dobbs takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff. Has time to look. He's being pressured. He'll get the pass off, and it's going to be just incomplete, out of bounds. Had to get it off. It's like number 18, Blake Rowlandson, was his intended receiver.
Had a defender all over his back trying to pull him down. It was amazing he was able to get the ball off.
What I'm noticing here with this defense, West Forsyth's linebackers are not the most athletic guys on the field right now. They're not the fastest, and that's why you're seeing all the blitzes come from the outside. Well, the strength of the offensive line for Alpharetta is definitely their tackles. So they're able to push that thing wide. They're able to keep the pocket, but if they could have some speed blitzing up the middle, that would definitely help their defensive game right now. And we got a flag down on the play.
That play went on for a long time before the referees blew that one dead. And Josh Dobbs is like, come on, are you serious?
It's like a little earlier, please. I don't want to get killed here.
Has to be on offense, right?
False start.
Yeah, if you stop the play, it has to be on offense. 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10, you're right there. Back them up 5 yards, and they'll do it again.
But you're exactly right. That pressure up the middle is what will work best for the Wolverines. Because those tackles, when the blitz is coming, all you're seeing is a backwards U right in front of Mr. Dobbs.
If I'm the defensive side, I might be pitching those defensive tackles against that center. Maybe send the linebackers out against the guards and see if you can get some extra push there in the middle. We'll see what they dial up. Dobbs will take the snap and roll to the left side immediately. Pressure from the backside. Throws it up. Great catch there by Andre Harton.
Did he drag a foot? Yes, he did. Complete.
That was a very athletic move. Looked like he timed his jump a little off there. Got the fingertip catch to fall, though.
Got the ball in, got it into his chest after he reached up and got it and was able to drag 1 foot in bounds as well.
Another good throw by Dobbs there. Short third down setup right here. Look for Dobbs to maybe go up the middle with it. Dobbs will check with the coach.
West Forsyth playing a little mind game, showing blitz and then backing up and then showing blitz again.
Takes a snap, looks left, has a receiver wide open, hits him. He fumbled the football, though. Was he down? No, he was not. That's going to be West Forsyth football.
Third turnover on the afternoon. That is the difference in the ball game.
That was a big turnover right there for Alpharetta. That really hurts.
Driving and you're driving and finally you get into the red zone and then you cough the ball up. You just can't have it. You can't have it.
I'm speechless right now. That was such a well drawn up play. Had the first down, fighting for more yardage, and just loses the football.
But Wade, you got to forget about it. Now the defense has to come onto the field and hold West Forsyth right there.
That's something we haven't seen very much of, though, throughout the game.
It's a tall order.
It is a tall order.
49-35.
1:28 to go here in the third quarter.
That's it. That's all that's left in the third.
Don't forget, 12 more minutes to go after this, though. He'll take the snap. He'll go up the middle this time. He's got some space. He's going to get out to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
One rush, one first down. Pick up the chains and move them again.
Trevor O'Brien.
Finally tackled by Bryce Grouse. It might have been a touchdown saving tackle.
That's tough to say on that side of the field.
You're exactly right. Had a lot of green in front of him after him, though.
Sets up first down. Under center. Takes a snap, hands it with Chork on the right side. Chork breaks some tackles. He got some space. He's at the 50. He's got one man to beat. Can he do it, folks? He's at the 35. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, and he will tiptoe in for the touchdown. West Forsyth scoring from 75 yards out. That is Jake Wichorek with another touchdown on the night.
Wichorek once again just up the middle, and I was just going to say you're starting to see Alpharetta crowding the box just a little bit more to try to contain the run. It does not matter. Wichorek goes up the middle of the field and goes down the left sideline. Thought he was going to be caught by DeAndre Watkins. He was there step for step and just ran out of gas at the end and kind of pushed him or tried to push him out of bounds. Great balance by Wichorek to get in the end zone.
Good tiptoe move there by Wichorek. Been taking his ballet classes to stay in bounds there. 55-35 pending the extra point here. Kick is up. And kick is good. That makes it 56-35 in favor of West Forsyth. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter.
And I hope these fans are going to the bathroom.
Hitting the concession stand because it's going to be a fun fourth quarter.
That's exactly right.
Get that popcorn and Coke ready to go.
It's not over yet. We have an entire fourth quarter remaining. Anything can happen.
We've seen stranger things out here on PlayOnSports.com, folks. Watching all the action on GHSA.TV here for us. Here in Raiders Stadium, beautiful Alpharetta, Georgia. Great night for football. Beautiful fall night, temperature dropping. Everyone loving it. See the jackets coming out a little bit for the chilliness. But, hey, it's 56-35. The scoreboard should warm everybody up.
And I can tell you this, Coach Jason Dukes and this Alpharetta Raiders defense, they're not going to quit. Coach Dukes isn't going to let them quit. They're going to continue to play hard and fight hard.
Coach Dukes still coaching them up hard over there on the sideline, getting ready for to return the kick here. One score will get them right back in this game. They're not out of it by any stretch. As much offense as we've seen tonight, nobody's out of this game.
The offensive execution has been extremely superb for West Forsyth, man. It really has looked picture perfect.
I'm starting to think I'm watching a home run derby with the big plays coming out here tonight. Every time we turn around, something big's happening.
Yeah, but the big plays are starting to lean a little bit towards one side here.
Pretty sure that's 3 plays now of 70-plus yards for Forsyth.
Exactly
all 3
right.
touchdowns. Include the kickoff that was called back as well. That's a short sky kick. They might have a chance at getting this one. Oh, he does field the ball just short of the defenders.
So finally, Alpharetta doesn't have to start from the 20. They can start from around the 27 this time.
You'll take 7 yards anytime.
No, without, yes, especially now.
Down 21 points. You need all the help you can get.
Exactly. I'll take anything you'll give me.
47 seconds to go in the third quarter. Alpharetta trailing by 21. See, this home crowd needs to get into it, get their players pumped up here for this upcoming fourth quarter.
Senior section still standing. They haven't been that loud tonight, but they are still standing.
Still standing on the opposite side, too, from West Forsyth. Not a soul is left over there. That place is still packed. Dobbs takes the snap. Being pressured up the middle that time. Throws a short pass. It's caught. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 45. Gets to the 50. Spin down about the 48-yard line. It's like he's taken down. That's number 86. Daniel Clements again. Called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, we have called his name a lot. A lot of receptions coming down the left sideline and making moves down the left sideline as well. But once again, the Wolverines are just playing back. 2 deep safeties on each play, not giving up the big home run.
Dobbs will take the snap and roll right this time. Has a lot of time to throw. Hits his receiver. That's Burst this time. Burst is going to take on the defender and be taken down around the 28-yard line. Seems like those guys come in pair. We always call Clements and then Burst.
Yeah.
Clements and then Burst.
Right behind each other. They have a little thing going on in the huddle. They know who's going to get the ball next. But the Raiders marching right back down the field in enemy territory.
I was going to say it on the previous play. At the half, Clements had 5 catches for nearly 100 yards. He's probably doubled that total so far in the third quarter. Takes a snap, sets up the screen to Burst on the right side. Burst is going to get out to the 20-yard line before he's brought down.
Nice play. It took a little long to develop for me, but it did get the job done. Gained about 7 yards.
And that's going to kill the clock, folks. That's going to take us into the fourth quarter. 56-35 lead for West Forsyth. And we'll take a break with them, folks. This is Play On Sports Friday Night Football Game of the Week.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium. Been an electrifying game so far. 56-35. West Forsyth leads over the Alpharetta Raiders. 21-point lead as we enter the fourth quarter. But Alpharetta has the ball, and they're driving in West Forsyth territory.
West Forsyth has scored so many points. The Jumbotron just went out, and it came back on.
They had to reset the scoreboard. Takes a snap, throws it to the left side, and that's going to be a touchdown. Easy throw and catch there for Alpharetta. Josh Dobbs to, you guessed it, Daniel Clements.
Daniel Clements, once again, you're probably exactly right. He's probably doubled his totals from halftime. It's not over.
Already thrown up 2 touchdowns here shortly, almost both in the third quarter.
It's not over, and especially with West Forsyth now playing in this mini version of a prevent defense, keeping everybody back. This might be just what Mr. Dobbs and the offense of the Raiders need.
56-41 pending the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is up. Almost blocked. High kick is up and good. 56-42 now. That is a combined 98 points in just over 3 quarters of action.
You've got to be kidding me.
Is this a MAC game? I mean, this feels
Madden,
like the MAC conference.
Is this Madden EA Sports on the PlayStation or the
This
Xbox?
is you and me on the joysticks right now.
That's exactly what it looks like.
You're controlling one, I'm controlling the other. 56-42.
I'm winning, though.
Oh, you are? Okay. I'm going to bring the Raiders back then. Down 14 points here. 11:52 to go. Just started the fourth quarter. You got to be loving this at home, folks. Even if you're an Alpharetta fan and you're watching this game, the offense has been incredible for both teams.
Yes, it has.
Turnovers is the difference in the game right now. We've talked about that already. 3 turnovers. You take away the fumble down here, it might be even a 1-possession game.
And most importantly, if you're Alpharetta, you look up at the scoreboard and there's still time left. So there's still time to come back in this ball game. There cannot be any quit whatsoever.
Still had to find at least one defensive stop in there. You could get the defensive stop, Then you could score, maybe get an onside kick if that's the way you want to go about it, but at least one stop. You got to find it.
Defensive stop, then you can really work with something here.
Guys up in the box here trying to get the fans into it, down 14 points. The Alpharetta side just not into it at the moment. They need a big play to get their spark going again.
They really do. A turnover on special teams would be a big play.
That'd be big. Look out for maybe some trickery right here. Maybe a middle onside kick could come up. You never know. And here we go, folks. Kick is back, and it looks like it'll go to the end zone again, and that's another touchback.
West Forsyth will start off at the 20-yard line.
So we'll see Eardley come out again.
A.J. Early sprinting back onto the field. Man, he loves this game. I can tell you that. He loves to play. Plays for his teammates, plays for his coaches.
Tell you what, everyone in the state of Georgia should be jealous we have this game tonight. Seeing two great quarterbacks out here between Eardley and Dobbs. Couldn't ask for any better action.
I'm loving it. I'm loving every second of it.
And see if Eardley can keep them going here. Up 14 points. Still a mental game right here. Do you run the football? Do you continue to try to drive the football?
Too much time. Continue. Just do what you do.
They're in a very tight set here under center. Looks like multiple tight ends. Almost like a Georgia Tech flexbone option set right here. Takes the snap. He'll hand it off up the middle. Trevor O'Brien has it. He's going to get about a 6-yard, 7-yard carry before he's taken down.
You know how disciplined you have to be on defense to stop an offense like this? You have to stay in your gaps, look for the ball carrier, and make sure you rally to the football.
2nd and 3 now.
Because I believe they're about to get a heavy dose of this little triple option.
Man in motion. Hands off the 21. Takes it around the left side. Breaks a few tackles. Breaks another. He'll be brought down to the 38-yard line. And that was Brian Porter. First time we've called Brian's name tonight. Number 21 on the carry.
Bryce Grouse on the tackle. Not until after the first down. West Forsyth moving the chains once again, and they're getting close and closer to midfield.
Look for some clock running off here. 11:14 to go in the game. Up 14 points is West Forsyth, 56-42 over Alpharetta.
Oh, yeah, if you're West Forsyth, you really want to nurse the clock now. Every second you can get off of it while you're on offense, that's what you want to do.
Man in motion again. Takes the snap. Hands up the middle to Trevor O'Brien. O'Brien's got space. He's at the 50. Gets tripped up at the 50, though. Looked like the 50 just jumped up and grabbed his ankle. Knocks him down at the 48-yard line. First down again, West Forsyth.
We talked about the tackles, the offensive tackles on the Alpharetta side earlier in the contest. Now it seems like we need to talk about the center and the guards for the West Forsyth offense, especially with the offense that they're bringing out now to try to burn a little bit of clock. They are on top of their blocks, and they got these defensive linemen going backwards right now.
Big number 53, Andrew Marshall, just a junior, but being recruited by Auburn and a couple other Division I schools. They're going to take the snap, not get very much on this one. They're going to be another 2nd and 10.
Well, there you go. Nice job that time for the defensive line. Stepping up, pushing the pile back, and was able to get in there. Big 79 was there. Devon Isaac. He's a big fella in the middle.
Devon. Just talk about the big center, and he gets blown back on a play.
Yeah, it does get blown. You can't win him every time.
Hurt his ears burning. 2nd and 10 at the 48-yard line. Forsyth takes the snap, fakes the handoff, has the play action. Kind of lost containment there, throws to the outside, pass is complete. Gonna go down at the 36-yard line, and it's gonna be a first down.
Early fooled me that time. That's how wonderful he played that play action.
That was a wonderful play action there.
I mean, he held the ball out, and then he kind of just stood there and made it seem like he didn't have the ball, but he had the ball the entire time. Absolutely great play by A.J. West Forsyth moving once again, now in enemy territory, a fresh set of downs, and the clock is just tick, 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 ticking away.
If you're an Alpharetta fan, you don't like the sight of that.
Not at all.
9:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Forsyth takes the snap, hands it up the middle to Trevor O'Brien, and he'll be stuffed. Knocked down hard for no gain.
Yeah, I think that's Devon Isaac again.
Big Devon called his name a few times on this drive, trying to step up here.
No gain, 2nd down.
You got to stuff him off the board right here if you're Alpharetta.
No gain that time for West Forsyth. We haven't heard that too much tonight.
Yeah, I only said that a few times. Said that about as many times as touchdown.
Yeah.
Actually, probably less.
And on both sides as well.
That is true.
You know they're running the ball when the wide receiver doesn't go into the huddle.
Forsyth under center again, hands off to Wichorek. Wichorek tries to stretch it out, breaks the tackle, but he'll get no gain again. He might even have lost half a yard.
Alpharetta starting to, I don't understand why the Raiders did that right there. Alpharetta just now starting to catch on to the offense, starting to realize where the ball is going, and then you have Bryce Grouse with the unsportsmanlike conduct.
Undisciplined football right there. 15-yard penalty, and that's going to keep the Forsyth drive going. You're about to force a long third down there. Could have stuffed them back, but instead you give up the first down on a cheap penalty.
It just makes no sense. Substitutions coming in now for the Raiders. Big number 90. Don't have a number for 90, but he is in the ball game.
1st and 10 now. 23-yard line. Forsyth's got a first down. 8:34 on the clock, folks.
Also coming into the game, Jalen Johnson for the Raiders as well.
Forsyth takes the snap, hands it up the middle to O'Brien. O'Brien will be stuffed up the middle again.
From the 23, it was O'Brien, the ball carrier.
Steady dose of O'Brien now.
Yeah, O'Brien's workload has increased in the second half. Kind of the bell cow.
Very much so. Clock nearing 8 minutes now. 56-42. West Forsyth still leading. They put in a touchdown right here. This one's all but over.
Yeah, that might be all she wrote. This drive getting close and now over the 4-minute mark.
Takes the snap, fakes it up the middle. He's going to throw this time. Has a receiver on the outside. Just cannot get to it. Oh, and they called a flag. Wow.
Was it catchable, Wade?
I believe it was catchable. I think it was. It's the right call, but it's when you're up 14 points and there's 8 minutes to go in the game and you're throwing the ball, not a call you like to see.
Yeah, exactly. When there seems like West Forsyth going in for the final shot there.
Going in for the kill.
Yeah, trying to put everything away.
Final nail in the coffin. Any acronym you can come up with here, any saying from football.
And as soon as it left AJ's hand, I was like, that has to be overthrown. It did look pretty in the air, though.
It was a great throw. I mean, the defender did all he could to stop him from catching it.
Yeah,
so.
he put a little too much on it. Defender really didn't have to touch him. I don't think he was ever going to catch that ball.
Well, that's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line now. Another official timeout.
Yeah, we'll have an official's timeout.
They haven't had one in a while. They knew they wanted to have one.
Huddle up, make sure everything is all proper and ready to go here. I don't mind that, though. If you're going to huddle up conference to get something right you're just not sure about, I don't mind that one bit.
It's a lot of those tonight, though. 56-42, under 8 minutes to go in the game. West Forsyth driving to try to put this game out of reach. Hands off to Wichorek around the end, and he makes a great cut there. Touchdown, West Forsyth. Another touchdown for Jake Wichorek.
And that's just awesome field vision. Did a nice job of following his blockers. He just had a host of blockers out in front of him. All he had to do was pick his poison, which hole he wanted to go to. Found it at the pylon. Touchdown to West Forsyth, and that might be all she wrote.
62-42 as the score stands right now. Extra point pending on the board.
Well, West Forsyth has made the road trip to Alpharetta, and thus far, as there's still 7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, have gotten the job done.
Lined up for the extra point, snaps back, kick is up. And the kick is good. 63-42, 7:40 to go in the game. We're going to take a quick break, folks, here on Play On Sports Friday Night Football.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back out to Raiders Stadium here in beautiful Alpharetta, Georgia. We're in Alpharetta High School. Alpharetta taking on West Forsyth, and West Forsyth leads 63-42. Tons of points on the board tonight, and guess what? There's still 7:40 to go in this game.
Yeah, still 7:40 to go. You hope West Forsyth doesn't score again, but with the way this game has turned out, I'm not quite sure if that's possible. I know one thing that is certain. That visiting stand is rocking and rolling right now.
I'm not sure right now, but I'd like to think this might compete for the top combined score in the state of Georgia so far this season.
It could, man.
105 points right now.
Ooh-wee. That's a lot of points. Here goes that pooch kickoff again.
He's going to field it about the 20-yard line. He's going to get up to the 30, make a cut. He's at the 40. He's got space. He's at the 46-yard line before he's brought down, and that's where he's going to be for 1st and 10. That was Watkins on the carry.
Well, there you go. The Alpharetta crowd is still here. You heard a spurt just then. Looked like he might squirt out of there and head to the house. There is a flag on the play.
It was late, though. It was around the tackle. Could be a face mask. Could be a late hit.
Could be.
If you're an Alpharetta fan, you hope so.
For the simple fact that it was late, it might lean towards West Forsyth. Coach Dukes is on the field and is very interested in this call.
Unsportsmanlike called against Alpharetta. That's the second one this quarter.
I know Coach Dukes is going to want a number. He's going to want a number on who exactly.
And that guy, whoever's number they call, is not going to want Coach Dukes to know his number.
Not at all.
He's going to want to go hide in the corner right now.
Going to want to change jerseys with somebody real quick.
You want to move to West Forsyth right now. Walk over to their sideline. Hey, but that's 1st and 10 still, guys. They're at the 31-yard line. 7.5 minutes to go. West Forsyth leads by 21. Alpharetta is going to need a miracle to get back into this one, down 3 scores.
The miracle has to start right now.
Dobbs takes the snap. He's in the shotgun formation, rolls to the right side. Looking downfield, throws it, and it is incomplete. Skips just short.
Nice sliding effort by the receiver. Broken play again. Dobbs doing his best work when he's outside of the pocket. Just couldn't connect that time.
Tried to get Carlos Burst there. Burst has made some good catches, but just could not come up with that one.
Yeah, Burst is a big target, too.
He is a very big guy.
He looks nice at the receiver position.
2nd and 10. Dobbs really needs to get this team going. He needs to show some life right here. Show his leadership skills and get this team back in it. Takes the snap. Looking. Pressure from the outside. Throws it up, and it's caught. That's Clements. Clements tries to put a move on the defender. Can't get it done, and they're going to try to strip him, but the forward progress is called dead at the 44-yard line.
Camara is always looking to strip the football. Just that time again, he was looking to get that football out of there and get another turnover for the Wolverines.
I'm not sure what we've called more, Clements catching the ball or Camara ball hawking the ball.
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both, usually on the same plays. So that's 1st and 10, moves him up to the 44-yard line. Dobbs will take the snap. Still sits in that pocket, got all day to throw, throws it up. Ball is caught. That's number 18, Rowlandson, and he's going to have another 1st down.
And he's a little slow to get up. He does bounce back up and run back to the huddle, so I guess he's okay.
That's what you want to see. I mean, you get the 1st down, they move the chain, stop the clock, get him off the field. You can get the clock going again. He is very slow coming off right now.
Yeah,
his arm, it looks like his shoulder.
Shoulder might be out of play. Well, no, it can't be out of place.
He rotated
if he's moving it like that.
Ref blows the whistle. Dobbs takes the snap. Pressured from the backside. He's standing still, throws it up, and almost intercepted. Almost made a bad decision to throw that football.
I mean, when you have Alec Corbin on your shoelaces and still sling it into coverage over there, not a smart play. I'm not sure if he tried to pass it, throw it out of bounds, throw it out of play or not, but it almost got intercepted.
He was going over towards Clements that time. He was open, but would have taken a lot better throw from him right there. 6:40 to go, 2nd and 10. The clock did stop with the incompletion, so it did help. Here's Dobbs again. Looks to his left. Receiver got tied up, and there's the flag.
Yeah, and that's going to be on the South Carolina commit, Muhammad, once again.
Very obvious call right there. Had his arm hooked. Nothing the receiver could do on that one. And at that point, I believe that's a spot foul.
That's exactly what the call is. It'll be an automatic 1st down. Yeah, because if the penalty is shorter than the actual yardage is supposed to be, it's just a spot foul at that point in time, correct?
I believe you're correct. I believe that is an automatic 1st down and a spot foul. Looks like they're going to walk it off, though. I guess that is not the case in high school.
They do mark it off.
They got us on one, folks.
Fresh set of downs from Mr. Dobbs and the Raider offense. 6.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Another touchdown here, and you can give it back to the defense and hope they can come up with a stop.
You can make it interesting.
Dobbs again. He'll roll left. He's got some space. Looking for a receiver. Fakes it out, and he'll flip the ball. Did it get past the line of scrimmage, though?
Intentional grounding.
They're going to argue. They're going to see if it gets past the line of scrimmage or not. We'll see what the official calls.
And the flag came from the head referee, and that's
he'll
exactly what the call is. It doesn't matter that he was outside of the box.
The ball has to get past that line of scrimmage.
Exactly. And the definition of intentional grounding is getting rid of the ball to avoid a sack. That's exactly what Mr. Dobbs did that time.
The officials are conferring over there, but they could just be deciding whether or not they want to accept that penalty. Grounding called. Loss of down. Brings up third down.
How about you will have to accept the penalty because it comes with the loss of down.
Exactly. Backs them up a little bit.
Unless you just want to be nice and just not take it.
I feel like he kind of got a raw spot right there because that is a spot foul from where that ball should have been thrown. Not sure he was that far back when he threw it.
I'm not sure if he was either. He was in that area, but I don't think that far.
But second down, long second down. Either way, the goal line marker and the first down marker are nearly the same. Takes the snap, throws it hard. No flag is called. Going to be a long third down now.
Now, homestand wants a defensive holding in the secondary. I didn't see much there.
They're not going to get that call.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, but not much there to throw the flag.
It looked like Dobbs got hit on the arm when he threw that ball. Kind of took it off the line a little bit. Take an official timeout again.
Are they looking at the clock this time?
I think so.
Probably going to radio up to try to get the clock straight once again.
Tell you what, the clock operator is not this official's best friend right now.
Oh, not tonight. Yeah, there's been some hiccups tonight.
Clock operator's going to have to buy him some dinner after this one. We mentioned the Waffle House last week. They might be making a run after this game.
West Forsyth rolling 63-42 over Alpharetta. Alpharetta.
Long third down, but every time they've needed a big play, they've come up with it. They've stayed in this game. And we've either seen the big play or we've seen the turnover. So I would expect either one right here.
And it's a long one. So whatever long pass you have dialed up in the playbook, that's what you need to call right now.
Added 10 more seconds back to the clock. 6:16 to go now.
The Water Girls and Water Boys come onto the field, making sure everybody's good to go as far as water goes, making sure the officials are good as well.
Yeah, they're working hard out here. 63-42. Lots of points that run up and down this field.
We have lots of points. Seen the yellow hanky quite a few times.
Quite a few times. Neither coach is going to be happy about that when they see this game film.
I think we're starting to get a little bit of a battle between the two bands right now.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Dobbs will take the snap on a long third down. He's pressured. He's going to be spun around. He's not going to be able to get the ball off, and he might have fumbled. I saw the beanbag come out. He came back up with it, but it's going to be a long fourth down now.
That was named your favorite Wolverine on that one. Muhammad Kamara was the first player there.
Surprise, surprise.
2 to 3 other Wolverines piled on top of him as Mr. Dobbs tried to fight and get away, but just could not. Finally, they dialed up the pressure.
Long fourth down here. That's fourth and about 28, 29 almost.
It's a country mile from where I come from.
You pretty much have to score. That's pretty much all there is to it here. Dobbs will take the snap. He's got all day. One guy comes through, tries to set his feet, can't get it done. Tried to break out of it, and he won't get it done. He's going to go down to the 28-yard line, and that's going to wrap it up for Alpharetta. Down 21 points, and they're giving the ball back with 5.5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, and look for that triple option to come out from West Forsyth. Try to run the clock out and finish the game with the offense on the field.
Need to get a couple of first downs. Both teams have 3 timeouts in the hopper. We'll see if Alpharetta chooses to use those timeouts down 21. I mean, you want to play the entire game. You want to coach through the entire game. But at this point, with the way these offenses have played, you kind of hang it up.
You definitely don't want to quit, though. 5:22 left. It is a tall task. It is nearly impossible, if not impossible. Show me what you got, though. Show me you won't quit.
Under center again, hands off to O'Brien up the middle. O'Brien's going to spin around and get about 3 to 4 yards before he's brought down at the 32-yard line.
Mustafa on the tackle. Had a little bit of help. No, Mustafa. They're going to get Mustafa that tackle by himself. Thought he might have had help from his buddy there, Tyler Keeley.
Very quiet night at Mustafa.
Yeah, very quiet. He has seen a host of double teams, but he has been very quiet from his defensive end spot.
It's been a good job of West Forsyth neutralizing him tonight. Got to really talk up the right side. The tackle and guard have done a great job tonight. That's 73 for West Forsyth. That's Zach Bradbury. Good job on the big man all night tonight.
And you get that work done during the week. You game plan for it. You circle 99 in the video room, and you go attack him.
Folks, anytime we're calling the offensive line's name on a broadcast, you know they've had a well of a game or they've had a really bad game.
Because they are the forgotten ones when it comes to the broadcasting game.
Timeout called on the field. 4.5 minutes to go. West Forsyth up 21 points. Let's talk about this offensive line real quick. They've done a great job tonight between Bradbury at that right tackle and Evan Eccles at that right guard. Done a great job of neutralizing Mustafa.
And don't forget about the left tackle as well, James Thomas. I mean, everybody across the line, and we already know the credentials that the center 53 has, Andrew Marshall, with Auburn and South Carolina trying to talk to him. Only a junior, but South Carolina and Auburn wants to throw their names into the hat and make sure that he knows that they are very interested in his services.
Might be riding over to Columbia to play with Momo Kamara for the old ball coach.
Gotta love that now. You can go out of state to a college and you see one of your buddies who you used to play football with in high school. There's no better feeling.
Could go play for Coach Chiswick. They're having a little problem with their center and Reese Dismukes. Some disciplinary action all season long with him. Some problems you don't really want to see off the field.
And he could step right in and fill the spot.
He could do it. That's still 2 years out, though, just a junior. They're going to set up now, 3rd and 5. Fakes the handoff up the middle, throws it downfield, and that will just about do it, folks. Good pass and catch there with Chork with the catch. First down, West Forsyth.
Do you have a problem with the pass attempt?
I don't. It's 3rd and 5. You want to get the first down to continue this game on anyways. And you want to continue the streak. 0 punts tonight, folks.
0 punts.
4:25 to go in the game. 105 points total scored, and there have been 0 punts.
That's amazing. 0 punts in a high school football
I don't know if there's another word than amazing for that. Not that I can come up with, folks.
Half of these players on this football field getting ready for Saturday anyway.
That's right.
As far as the collegiate level.
They'll take the snap, hand off to the left side. A couple of new ball carriers in the game. That's 35. Gabe Pierce called his a couple times tonight.
Yeah, but I think you have to get your roster out now. They might be trying to empty the benches a little bit.
Going a little deep on the depth chart now. Airdley still quarterbacking, keeping this game in check, but you're not going to see him do very much. He's going to hand the ball off. You saw that 3rd down pass to get the first down, but that's going to be about as much as he does.
West Forsyth stands still packed to the brim. Nobody leaving. Alpharetta side, they're starting to exit stage left just a little bit.
Assuming this game sticks where it's at, we'll wait for this. Hands off to Trevor O'Brien up the middle. Going to get about a 3-yard gain there. But assuming this game sticks where it's at, 21 lead for West Forsyth. They're going to move to 4-0 and 1-0 in Region 6-6A. And that's going to move Alpharetta to 1-3 and 0-1 in region play. Not a great start for Alpharetta, not where they want to be. Still an opportunity to get out of this and make it into the playoffs, but they're really going to have to turn it around, and they have no room for error.
Yeah, and thanks for that reminder, Wade. This is the first game in region play, so a very important one. West Forsyth came out with all cylinders firing, and a little bit of revenge for the Wolverines as well.
Especially after last year's loss. You're exactly right. Handoff around the right side. That's number 21, Brian Porter. Flag down on the play, though.
They're going to get one of the offensive linemen for offensive holding. That's exactly what the call is. Back them up 10 yards. Repeat third down.
Some of the other games in action, we mentioned the halftime scores. You got Johns Creek against Centennial. Johns Creek was 3-0 going into that game. 0-3 for Centennial. You have to think Johns Creek pulled it out, being up 35-10 at the half.
You're exactly right.
They're going to move to 4-0 and 1-0 in the region. They'll tie them with West Forsyth. Had Lambert and South Forsyth going at it. Both of those teams were 3-0, so that's going to be a close one at the end. That's going to be a big game for this region.
Be interesting to see what that total is at the end of this ball game, see how that one turned out.
The other game in the action was Chattahoochee, North Forsyth. North Forsyth was 3-0. Chattahoochee was 2-1, and that game was a 10-point game at the half as well.
So I absolutely love the way this one turned out, though, man. This one was a treat. These quarterbacks came out firing. These offensive lines did a good job.
Third and long, hands off up the middle. And they're going to be down about the 49-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 11. Are we going to see the first punt of the night?
Will the punter see the field? I don't think so.
I don't know about this. Maybe a quick kick out of the quarterback?
Maybe, considering he's in the
shotgun formation. He'll fake it. They might just be trying to draw him off sides before they punt it. Maybe not. We'll see. That's what we get for guessing, RJ.
Please don't pass it.
Quick kick. Hey, there it is.
Johnny on the spot there, Wade.
And that ball's going to roll, and it might stop. It might stop.
They got there.
It does. It stops at the 1-yard line. Great quick kick there. He does a little bit of everything, folks. A.J. Erdley.
I don't know.
He can pass it. He can run it.
I don't know.
He can punt it.
Who your player of the game is.
You might have just taken it.
Me personally.
I have to wait and see.
I have some secondary choices, though.
Oh, there's lots of choices on the field right now. Lots of guys out there that have definitely earned it. They've deserved it tonight. And from both teams, really. With that many points on the board, there has to be guys from both teams that deserve it.
The cake is big enough to go around tonight.
Oh, very much so.
Everyone
the cake is big tonight.
Everyone gets a slice.
I wonder if we get a slice.
I need a slice. Let's just put it that way.
I could go for some cake right now. 63-42, 105 points. If you break that 100-point mark, I think the announcers get cake. Right?
Yeah, they should.
They should.
You know, we've been up here, telling you and painting a picture for you and all this. We should be entitled to some birthday cake, I'm just saying.
Hey, why not? Minute and 30 to go, folks. 63-42. And guess what? Another official's timeout.
Yeah, we're going to have an official's timeout here.
I think what they're saying, they're getting together and figure out where they're going to get their cake. So,
minute and a half left in the ball game. Just to fill up the stat sheet now. Dot some I's, cross some T's.
Starting to see some people file out of here. The score gotten a little out of hand now. 63-42. Minute and a half to go. I mean, yeah, you'd love to see the Raiders throw up another touchdown for the stat sheet, but I think you might see them be running the ball right here and just get out of this game.
Yeah, and especially from where they're at on the football field.
Here we go, folks. Dobbs will take the snap. He'll hand off up the middle, keep that clock running, and he's going to get about a 3-yard gain up to the 4-yard line. And the clock runs. We're almost to a minute, folks. Almost a minute to go.
Almost to a minute remaining in the contest. I don't know if the defensive coordinator is going to sleep tonight.
I don't think so. Dobbs throws it out to the outside. It's complete. He's going to get the first down. Not going down easily either. Going to be stopped forward progress about the 15-yard line. Clock's not stopping even though it should be. There it is. 55 seconds.
Clock operator finally getting everything under control.
Clock operator might be ready to go home himself.
The last minute of the ball game.
It's his own team, though. Dobbs will take the snap here. Moves back in the shotgun set. Looking downfield. He'll throw it out to the outside. Look for the guy to get out of bounds, and he does.
That'll stop the clock. 38 seconds remaining.
That's Macon again.
Putting up, gotta love the way Alpharetta fought, though. They put up 42 points.
They're trying to get 49.
All right, now I understand the Wolverines put up 63, but the Raiders put up 42 points.
Takes the snap, pressured. He'll throw it across the middle, bobbling the ball, and can't come up with it as bursts.
Yeah, just tried to run without the football that time. Got to bring it in first if you want to make any kind of play with the football.
Saw all that open space and really got excited, just didn't bring it in.
You're exactly right. But going back to my point, there has been some plays made on this Alpharetta side of the football.
That is for sure.
I mean, Mr. Dobbs played an outstanding game. He almost had 300 yards at halftime. And so there's definitely some bright spots on this Raiders team.
Clements has had a heck of a game, too. Made lots of catches. Got to think he got over the 200-yard receiving mark. Multiple touchdowns. Looks like that was Burst again that dropped it. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 25. That was Macon.
No, you're exactly. I mean, passes have been right to their hands those past 2 times.
Kind of just dejected right now.
Right.
You got to think they're just out of it right now. Their heads aren't in it. 25 seconds to go in the game. They're down 21 points. They know it's over.
Well, Coach Jason Duke's going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure something else out for next week.
Dobbs going way deep downfield, and he almost had it hit his receiver right in the hands. It's Andre Harton. Just cannot bring it in.
3 West Forsyth defenders there, but you don't mind it. Take a shot downfield.
Harton had great position on him too. It hit him right in the hands.
You're exactly right. Hit him right in the hands. Just couldn't bring it in.
That was an amazing pass by Dobbs. That's the longest we've seen him throw tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That ball flew a good 50 yards in the air right there.
And was right there on the spot. And guess what?
40 yards in the air. I can't count.
Here comes the second punt of the afternoon.
Oh, man. But this is the first true punt, though. We had a quick kick, too.
Might as well see the punt formation to see how it looks.
They just wanted to spite me after I called them out for no punts all game. They had to show me something.
West Forsyth has no one back.
And there's the kick, and that might be the reason why. Short kick. Bounces about the 45-yard line, and it'll end up around the 40. With 5 seconds to go in the game, I think you'll see the victory formation right here in a kneel down to end this thing.
Victory formation, no Greg Schiano here. Snap it back to the quarterback, take a knee, and everyone to go home. And they're already starting the victory marching band song to the Wolverine sideline.
63-42, folks. 5 seconds to go in the game. Look for some victory formation right here to end it out. Got the safety man back. He'll take the knee, and that will do it, folks. 63-42 is your final here at Raiders Stadium in beautiful Alpharetta, Georgia. We invite you to stay tuned to Play On Sports for our post-game coverage. We'll wrap up all the action in our post-game show, and we'll decide on our player of the game. That's coming up in just a few moments. Once again, that is West Forsyth Wolverines defeating the Alpharetta Raiders 63-42 on Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. We'll be right back with your post-game show.
4th and 10 from the 41-yard line for St. Augustine. Kennedy dropping back to pass. Looking left, firing, incomplete, intended for Noland. No penalty flags on the field. Mar Vista will take over on downs, and Jordan Lertique will take that knee. And the Mar Vista Mariners knock off the number 2 seeded.
Welcome back to Alpharetta, Georgia here at Raider Stadium. Alpharetta High School. We had the West Forsyth Wolverines defeating the Alpharetta Raiders 63-42. 105 total points in this one. Complete shootout. Turnovers were definitely the difference in the game, though.
Offensive explosion, and yes, the turnovers were the difference in the ball game. You're exactly right, Wade.
3 turnovers for Alpharetta, all coming in bad positioning for them. Had the interception that went back for a touchdown. Had a fumble forced. And that might lead you to a player of the game nomination here. Who you got for me, RJ?
Yeah, you might have thought I was going with AJ, but not so fast, my friends. Muhammad Kamara, he had the interception on the screen pass in the first half that went for a touchdown. He also had the strip fumble down here when they were starting to get backed up on their own goal line. Stripped it out and was able to turn the ball over that time as well. And both of those turnovers made by Kamara turned into 14 points for the Wolverines. So that's my player of the game.
I feel like nearly every tackle we had out there, too, Kamara was either the one we called or he was right there with it. He was a ball hawk all night, played great defense in a game we didn't see much defense in. I'm going to go with A.J. Erdley for my player of the game from West Forsyth. Had a wonderful game through the air and on the ground. Definitely led this team. Going to have a great player there going to Middle Tennessee State next season. Going to lead them up there.
And AJ just passes the eye test. When you see AJ with the football, you can tell he's a football player. I'm not quite sure you can tell what position he plays, but you can tell he's a football player.
He's going to do some great things up in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Talk about Alpharetta just quickly. I mean, with 42 points on the board, you can't name a few guys off. Between Josh Dobbs, the quarterback, going to Arizona State next season, he had a great game tonight. The one interception was the biggest problem he had all night. And then his player of the game besides that had to have been Clements. Daniel Clements, number 86, over 200 yards receiving, multiple touchdowns tonight. Definitely the go-to guy for Dobbs.
And Blake Rollinson as well. He made a ton of big catches throughout the ball game and throughout the night. So just a little bit of just couldn't get everything going at the right place and at the right time. Just West Forsyth, just a little bit too much for Alpharetta tonight.
Well, we hope you enjoyed it, folks. That's going to wrap it up here at Raiders Stadium in Alpharetta, Georgia, where the West Forsyth Wolverines defeated the Alpharetta Raiders 63-42, 105 total points in this electrifying game. We'd like to thank you for joining PlayOnSports.com's coverage of Friday Night Football from Alpharetta, Georgia. Be sure to check PlayOnSports.com for information and links to all our upcoming broadcasts. For our producers, Sherry Lynn Fivish, and our videographer, Alicia Favor, and my partner, RJ Lewis, I'm Wade Smith saying so long, and we'll hope you join us next Friday on your destination for high school sports and Friday Night Football at PlayOnSports.com. We'll see you out at Lakewood Stadium next week, 8 p.m. game for us. We'll see you then.